Greetings and salutations, everyone. We are back with more Feng Shui 2nd edition in China in the 1st century
Hooray!
AD. Hooray!
Yes. Yes.
When last we left our group of, I guess, heroes, it's relatively accurate that for currently, at least.
We're definitely heroes. There might be Greek heroes, but we're heroes.
You know, fair. Hero is such a loose definition, anyways. I will say before we get deep into recording, I will recommend, if you have not checked it out, OSP, Overly Sarcastic Productions, did a video on Trickster Heroes. It's wonderful. It's worth checking out.
It is.
Rickster Heroes.
Trickster. Trickster.
That's what I said.
I thought you said Rickster for some reason, and my brain just went, what?
What?
Yeah,
I heard Rickster as well. I did not hear the T there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Maybe that was like the
They might have just not caught it. That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Like, I actively identify as a trickster, so of course I'm going to be in for trickster.
Oh, yeah, the Trickster Heroes video is great.
What is a Rickster?
I don't know.
Sounds like a
I don't know,
nickname
just
for a
roll with
person
it.
named Richard.
I will not. All I will say is one of her examples that she used that Red uses in it is Columbo.
Columbo is amazing. You should watch more Columbo.
I can see Columbo being a trickster.
Oh,
Actually, I'm reminded of something here. You mentioned Columbo, Peter. I have to mention this as an aside here. So, independent for this game, Pathfinder 2nd edition had like a remastering little thing done.
Sure.
And among things, they revised some of the feats, inclling
the
my
investigator?
favorite feat. Yes. Dubious knowledge is what it was. So, I got to read the...
Absolutely.
I got to read the change. It's subtle, but it's this important one here.
Okay.
When you fail, but don't critically fail a recall knowledge check using any skill, you learn a bit of true and a bit of erroneous information. That's the original one, right?
Yep.
The new version says when you fail, you learn the correct answer and an erroneous answer, but you don't have any way of differentiating which is which.
Oh.
This can occur as not knowing something is significant, but not whether it's good or bad. You know? Yeah. But like, yeah, it's just like, it's it's more explicit that you will, you know, if you will learn what you want to know, but you also learn something that you may not know that you need to know there. So
Interesting.
Well, there are known knowns and known unknowns and
And
unknown
known-
unknowns.
and also there's known gnomes, which is a different thing altogether.
Absolutely.
There.
But when we left off last time, there are no gnomes in this game.
What that?
But as a reminder,
That we know of.
True. I guess it's theoretically possible there could be. I'm not going to go there. When we left off, you guys had defeated the evil master of the temple.
We crumped him good.
Yes,
Mostly you.
Batu Kurthumpanated him.
I spent that
you got a
entire fight
little bit
running
of,
around in the circle.
you got a little bit of support, but you did all the fighting.
Yeah. It was a good big fight. And Fornea, Yuki did manage to liberate the scroll after winning the race between herself and a spider demon-y thing. To the scroll. And made it out, and
Oh, I'm muted. That explains a lot.
that would, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't fight. I did other things, and my timing was excellent, and I still really feel bad for that guy.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
Sympathy amongst thieves?
I mean, fair. You know,
More or
fair.
less.
That's actually
It's just
fair.
like, you know, it's like, okay, like I won, but I didn't have any like malice towards the guy or anything.
it was
It's
a
like,
demon.
okay,
I mean-
yes, I will absolutely pull every dirty trick I have on you, but I don't have beef. And then like,
I'm pretty sure
all
the demons
kinds of,
also
like-
know he doesn't have any beef, which would be you as food.
well, maybe, you know, who can say? No accounting for taste. But yeah, so like, you know, I feel bad for the guy. He came to do a job, much like myself, and you know, I don't know.
And now
I
he's,
mean,
and now he's buried
did-
under a burning pile of rubble. Hooray!
like he came to do a job, but he just did it poorly, you know? And that's the way you can think about it, you know?
I
It's not-
guess.
It's not your fault he sucked at it, you know?
I mean, yeah.
I will say one thing I
Also,
like
like-
about this session was that everyone paired off against like their evil counterparts, including Yuki and the thief spider.
Like, I'm just like over here going like, I have an evil counterpart? How?
Or more evil counterpart.
A
mean,
more
it was a-
evil counterpart.
It was a spider demon. I think we can call it an evil counterpart.
I mean,
But if there's evil, then there's evil.
I just sort of blanket like, you're supposed to be evil? Huh.
yeah. Like that's kind of how I felt about the spider guy. It's like you're supposed to be evil, really?
I mean, he's a demon. I mean, if he'd caught you, he very well might have tried to devour you. I haven't decided yet. Also,
I mean,
you had a big you had an advantage. So
I mean, like that's just doing his thing. Like that's just living for him. Like I don't feel like it's right to judge for that. It's like they kind of have to.
no, they don't really have to.
Well, all right.
I'm just thinking of this of like Buffy and like they're playing cards for the kittens and they're like, she's like, why? They're like, kittens are delicious.
Anywho,
Don't you dare compare me to a Joss Whedon work.
when we left, so at the end of that, yeah, you have the scroll. The demons have been routed. Though you're not entirely certain where the demons came from, other than somewhere up north. You probably have suspicions.
Probably some guy with an annoying voice.
It'd never be that. He will never ever come back again. I promise. I never lie. I never ever lie as a game master. Nope, not at once.
No, never.
He'll be back with a different actor.
No, next time he comes back, he'll have a different hat.
Props department lost the original one.
At any rate, yeah. So you got the scroll. The demons have been defeated. The evil monk leader has been defeated. You got to, and yeah. So what are you guys doing now?
Well, last that Umitomi left off, she had been helping out the bandit lady, the revolutionary lady.
Yep, Ting Ting. Yep.
Very directly. Ting Ting, yeah.
Yes, Ting Ting slew that big demon with you helping distract.
Mm-hmm. Because I am a distraction. I am good at that.
Sure.
Pardon, coughing.
That's fine.
So I would imagine that there's a conversation to be had there.
I mean, I guess if you want there to be one. I mean, Ting Ting is appreciative of the assist, but I'm not.
Alright, well,
I mean, it depends what you. Is there anything you want to bring up with her? Is the question like?
well, confirmation that I did in fact succeed at my task.
Excellent. Well, that definitely gets a thumbs up. You got the scroll. Excellent. Hopefully the rest of your acquaintances, your friends have taken care of the have been successful. We should probably go find out.
Last I checked, that fool was fighting Batu, and that's a bad plan.
He is very large.
I imagine things have ended in our favor in that regard.
Yeah. Can't hurt to go check. Also, I should probably check the rest of my men, see if they've dealt with the rest of the demons. So I will meet you at the temple.
Excellent.
And she goes bounding off from treetop to treetop.
As one does.
As if she was suspended on wires. Totally not suspended on wires.
Dancing from tree to tree.
See, I figured it was because she was a magical girl.
No, her kung fu is just that good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, remember, this is a martial arts movie. Kung Fu can do really, really stupid things.
I saw a post the other day where someone was like, in the superhero lottery, the West ended up with like boring rich guys in spandex, but Japan got magical girls. Like if a superhero saved me, I'd be like, I don't know if I trust you. If you really want to help me out, go kill Jeff Bezos or something like that. But if a magical girl saved me, I'd be like, all right, thanks, girl. Now good luck on your math test later today.
Yeah. There was a bit of that, yeah. Okay, so one thing I know that Zhao needed to do before the temple burned down, even though I know the monks are like putting out the fire.
They are currently putting out the fires. Yes, they.
He needs to go in and actually get evidence that Master
Bylon.
Master Conway. I had to move it.
Bylon moved up here for some reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
that Master Conway was actually involved in nefarious things to convince Master Bylon.
Okay, you want to go investigate then?
Yeah, he needs to go in there before anything burns up.
Okay, that is fine. You probably want to give me a detective role.
Yeah, I'm gonna do detective roll, and because this is kind of important, I'm gonna throw a fortune.
That is totally reasonable. I'm going to have you make another roll also. Probably not a couple, but
okay. So let's do the first one.
That's a 27.
27.
Okay, I think you're going to find your evidence. Just a guess. 27 is pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's a good roll. I mean, yeah, you got a plus 15 in detective, so like you should roll well. All right, I will want two other things from you. I would like a toughness check and a martial arts check.
A toughness check and a martial arts check. Okay, so toughness here.
14. That's
14's pretty good.
Okay.
all right. Excellent. That's very good, actually.
Yeah.
And a martial arts.
Oh, he boxcard that.
Oh, yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah.
17. All right,
17's
excellent.
pretty good for martial arts.
No, those are all superb rolls, like legitimately across the board. All right, so the toughest check was to see how well you deal with avoiding like smoke inhalation issues. You boxcard succeeded. You are Jim Dandy. As you go in, you grab a cloth and dunk it in water to cover your mouth because you are smart about that sort of thing. And you are able to nimbly dodge out of the way of any potential falling debris while you're in there. And you're able to recover, not only find, but recover documentary evidence of Conway's corruption. And his ties to his brother, the governor, and there's in fact some written evidence, mostly his brother's letters to him.
Thanks for helping me with this corruption idea, bro.
Basically, yes.
Thanks for helping me commit these crimes, which I will lay out in explicit detail now.
All the bad things I did. .txt.
It's most of the evidence, I will say, most evidence you find will cook the governor more than anything else.
Sure.
Because Conway is does seem to be a little bit smarter than his brother.
Well, not anymore.
Fair. Even if he's alive,
disappeared.
he is badly concussed. Though I think you actually killed him, if I remember correctly.
I think I baseball bat swung him into the burning building. And
I think you did. He is. Yeah, he's.
I thought he went into the river or to the water rather.
He went to the river.
He's in the water. Actually, I can see where he is.
He's in the water. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's put it this way.
I mean, Eric, I'll say this: if you prefer him to be dead, that is totally fine. That is
Honestly, if you want him to go in the river and we never find the body so it can come back again later, I'm cool with that too.
Okay, I'm working. I might not bring him back, but I will leave that open. Sure.
All right.
Leave the door open.
What's the phrase? Nobody can survive that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened is you baseball batted him into the temple high up, and he fell down very obviously, very clearly dead into the water.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. There we go. No one could have survived that.
He was quite apparently dead.
Yes, quite apparently, yes. But also you do find. So here's the thing, Ash. The thing you do find that does incriminate Kong Wei, other than his brother's letters, is you do find a hidden stash of official money from that in a lockbox that is very clearly, with a ledger of records of payments from his brother that are clearly money that has been skimmed from taxes and stuff.
Yeah, like
yes.
anything.
Hold one for victory.
Oh yeah, and anything is officially going to be like transferred between the government, and it's going to be on official gold like currency. It's not going to be like the silver and the
No. This is the good shit.
copper.
This is the stuff that he really that a leader of a monk's temple should not have this much gold coinage. Like, just no. With
Yes.
official official stamp on it, all that stuff. Just like, yeah.
So I'm just imagining Zhao is just grabbing all of this, and there's just like a dubbed in line of jackpot to cover up that it's
Yes, an ADR line there.
Yeah. And he grabs the things and he jumps out the window before the room collapses
Yes.
in fire or something.
Most of the temple is eventually saved. Like, it's just a good chunk of it did get burned badly.
I assist with the bucket line while.
Oh, excellent. Good. The monks will take any help that they can get. Because it turns out, from what you can tell, this is, at its heart, an actual, while there are definitely people here who are, not good, like, a lot of the rank and file monks are actually, largely okay. I mean, some of them aren't. Depends on who they worked with. So yeah, so the monks are sort of they're all sort of they're a bunch of people who are sort of, when confronted with the evidence of Kong Wei's malfeasance,
Evil. Yeah.
Let's see. Bylon is a bit disheartened, honestly. Like, you get the impression he was none too fond of Kong Wei, but he didn't think he was, that
Right.
corrupt.
There's knowing that someone's kind of a douchebag, and then there's learning that they were, a real bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I can abide some of being big old meanie pants, but I cannot abide this.
Like,
I mean, that was kind of the thing that Zhao said the bandit leader before. It's like, look, there's corruption in it. There's what's happening to you.
yeah, basically. like legitimately, it's like, yeah, okay, he's an asshole. He's a overly strict disciplinarian, and he's very very hypercritical of everybody and arrogant and all that jazz. But like, helping to exploit the peasantry to that level, I mean, come on. Even yeah, of course, yes, a lot of governors are corrupt and overtax the peasantry, but this is extreme.
I believe during all this, Dao Lu is still just like putting out fires and stuff. Or just
Oh, sure,
doing
absolutely.
other things around the place.
It's gotten to a point where clearly the place has been contained, but you're somehow still finding places where everyone else missed the burning stuff.
If Dao Lu's not put out a fire, they're like rebuilding structure, hammering things in, Just doing standard odd jobs, adjacent stuff there. Sure, like yeah,
Yeah, there you go. 19,
whatever.
very nice.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
you
really
are.
amused by the idea that like there's a bucket brigade and Bato looks like he's going to join the bucket brigade, but he just drinks like the entirety of a bucket and hands it back to the guy. And
Thank
goes
you.
down.
I like the idea of Batu bringing a bucket, but it's actually not a bucket full of water. It's a bucket full of soup.
Yes.
Swoop.
My ramen.
So you do all get the impression Bao is sort of walking around. Bao's reaction when he's sort of confronted with this sort of has this look of sort of like, oh, okay, sure. He's got a very, he doesn't really seem to care much one way or the other. Like he seems sort of like he very much does not like he's really not like, you know, I'm trying to think how to phrase this.
He's maybe not corrupt, but he's more like self-interested. Like he's here for reasons that are unrelated to that, and he just doesn't kind of care about
he's
it.
very clearly not like, so actually hang on. So
He's complicit.
he's not complicit. He actually didn't know this was happening, but he also doesn't really care.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He is indifferent.
It has nothing to do with the like. It's like, yeah, the master is corrupt. That doesn't have to do with anything. The rest to do with the temple. Like, and like, yeah, but again, like, there's yeah, the government's corrupt. Tell me something new. And the peasants are suffering. That happens. It is the way of the world, and unfortunately, one just has to move properly with the tides, and eventually they will reach enlightenment.
Oh, very zen.
That good old it's that good old Buddhist temperament there. It's like, yes.
Yeah,
suffering is just part of life.
Yeah.
Yes. Not in my temple garden. Got it.
Technically speaking, he's not Buddhist. He is Taoist, but
I like the idea of something being like, this is not above my pay grade. This is beneath my pay grade to pay attention to.
I would be upset at this if I didn't already imagine this suffering and therefore have already experienced this suffering. Therefore, I do not need to suffer.
How does this help my enlightenment?
well, everyone has their own path to enlightenment, and they have to walk the roads that are laid out before them, and make their own decisions. And you know,
Their suffering is happening over there. So
I can't help everybody. Therefore, you know, I will
Can't help everybody, therefore I should help no one.
Well, that's not entirely accurate. He's very clearly concerned about making sure the other monks are, you know, doing okay and are moving forward and such. And if someone is upset by the fact that, you know, the master was evil, he does seem to be sort of, you know, be willing to lend them a sympathetic ear. But at the same time, it's very clear he doesn't, like, if you talk to him, he definitely does not seem to give a crap, like, personally. Like,
Right.
he was an excellent teacher of martial arts, and his lessons on on Taoism were accurate, whether he believed them or not. Very clearly, it seems that he did not believe in them personally, but his teaching, his ability to teach them, where it was not harmed by his personal beliefs. So, yeah.
I was just shaking his head, and it's like his fist is a little bit clenched, but he's also just not really thinking it's a good idea to punch Monk again.
yeah, well, that will probably start something again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tang seems a lot less happy about things. I mean, part of it with Bao is he generally just seems to be generally a fairly happy dude. So, you know, but Tang seems like a little kind of like crushed at the, like, it's very clear that he sort of walks around sort of like, man, I looked up to Kong Wei. Like, how did I not see this? I don't understand. Like, he was, I mean, it explains his meetings with all those strangers that came in occasionally. But I just assumed he was keeping touch with, various people outside the temple. Huh.
Well, clearly he was. Just not
Well-
the sort of people you thought he was.
Well, clearly. And who's going to lead us now? Lead the temple now is the question. I mean,
I will.
No,
Let's
no,
go to enlightenment. Bring me some dumplings.
no.
does Batu really want to stay in a temple for the rest of his life?
Batu, you wish to dedicate your life to enlightenment and a life of internal peace?
No, I was just thinking for maybe a couple hours.
I think that I don't think it's a short-term arrangement.
Well, why not?
Well, because
It's a lifetime dedication.
I mean, if you
No. I'm filling a gap while they find out their candidates.
for a
I
few
don't think
hours,
I don't think they need to worry about that type of power vacuum in this particular case here.
Well, who's going to do all the work? Eat all the dumplings that they're going to get.
I kind of lean over to one of the monks. Would it be all right if we kind of had a peacemaking meal together? Maybe would that be okay?
At which point, Bylon says, yes, that is an excellent idea. He basically says, you, get to the kitchen, see how much of the kitchens are intact, and get some food cooking if anything's still functional there. Right.
For the record,
Yeah.
it occurs to me
Yep.
it would probably be good if I didn't show back up,
Well,
seeing as how I'm wearing what I'm wearing and I'm directly responsible for the fire.
well, if you could change back, you could go change back and hide the scroll.
I could, or I could just not risk it.
That's fine. If you don't want to,
and
if
I
you don't
will
want to, that's
instead-
fine.
And instead,
Both of those make sense.
They do.
instead, Yuri is going to basically wait for an opportune moment for Dao Lu to just kind of be in a window or in the courtyard or whatever while alone, and is just going to hurl a large rock with a note attached to it, tied around it, and basically just say, I'm going to wait outside of the temple a day towards the destination of the scroll, and we'll just head out and rough it.
Okay.
Make an attack roll against Daolu with that.
Oh, you got it.
16.
Okay, roll your. Okay, so that is
That's
what
it.
is the swerve on the damage here?
That's a swerve of 1.
Okay,
So
okay.
damage on a thrown rock would be 5 or 6.
Got it. Basically, Daolu's just been up in the rafters this entire time. So they've been fairly isolated from most things there. So this just smacks Daolu in the side of the head, and then
Bonk.
they catch the rock before it falls onto the ground.
Yes. Bonk. Rock. Message.
There is a visible frown on Daolu's face when they read the note. But then then a shrug, and then the rock gets thrown back out the window.
All right, so you make an attack roll.
Yes.
You
we're
know
going
what?
to see-
Go for it.
All right. Well, actually, wait. This is a 19 then, because of the first time I found this weapon in the scene. Actually, wait, no. Let me double check here. 15 plus 1 plus 2. No, it is 18. Okay, got it here. That's an 8. Okay. it wasn't being thrown at. It wasn't being thrown at Yuri. To be clear, it was just sort of being thrown out the window. That is a boxcar though, and an 8.
no.
So. I assume that just hits one of the monks,
I was figuring you
over here.
hit the wall and it comes back inside.
I feel like it hits a random monk and they just get knocked out, and fall into the water next by Master Kong Wei. Just
No, All right. So here's what happens.
Oh no!
First off, I want all the players to give me a fortune. All the players other than Yuri and so Olan, Batu, and Zhao. I want you to all give me fortune checks.
Okay.
Our original fortune, or
Yeah,
what we
we-
have after the fight?
Oh no, yeah, everything's reset. So
Okay, cool.
just a straight fortune check.
Think is
I gotta get my.
I think I know where this is going, and I don't regret it.
hold on. I need to figure out exactly what my original fortune was.
I mean, you should be able to click on it on the character sheet. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, you just roll a fortune, straight fortune roll.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a 6.
There it is. Submit.
A 4.
Oh dear.
All right, Batu.
One moment.
Yeah, if you guys
What's
watch it, it's not gonna matter.
What's wrong?
Yeah, it should be a little. Yeah, there you go.
8.
All right. So Dalu,
We are
you
technically-
throw the rock out the window towards the forest. It slams. It hits a branch of a tree, which bends back a bit and flings it back down to the courtyard. Olan, you get pegged with a rock.
Ow! I look around to see if I got hit with a rock, I'm guessing that my first instinct is going to be to grab my head and look around, so I'll do that.
It clearly came from the direction of the forest.
Oh, okay. I'll look in that
I
direction.
mean,
I
so yeah,
guess.
it basically comes from So you look up that direction, you see trees.
All right.
You can give me you could give me a perception or whatever they call it, a notice roll. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
if you want.
All right.
Yeah, you can't see you. Actually, hang on.
It's a 5.
It's a 5. You did not roll. That's not a way awful. So no, you just don't see
not a
anything
way
out in the
awful.
trees.
All right.
If you'd way awful that, you might have seen something that wasn't there.
Okay. Yeah. Do I see the rock?
Oh, it's in your the rock's right there at your feet.
Oh, okay. Do I see that there is something clearly tied to it?
Oh no, the message has already been removed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Dalu
All right,
took
there's
the
a rock
note.
on the ground.
Yeah.
A
Like,
rock
the-
came
the
flying
note's
out of the forest and
been-
hit you in the head.
Yeah. The note was like removed / eaten. I don't know. Something.
You were out of fire, and you just used it as tinder.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I'm setting fires just to clean them up. I see. That's
There
a
you go.
bold move there.
I'm gonna roll a.
Yeah,
Second,
fighting fire with fire.
I'm just gonna roll a second fortune thing here because this seems like a very bizarre
Sure,
thing. I'm not sure exactly how I would.
that's fine. 8.
8. Okay. I rolled high on that one.
Yep.
So I am going to assume that maybe someone is trying to catch my attention.
Okay.
I will try and peer further in that direction. I might wander off a little ways.
You'll catch
Okay.
a glimpse of Yuri making her way
Sure.
towards the temple.
I was either going to assume that it was a friend or a foe.
So I will say this: you do see, you can catch a glimpse of what you think is Yuri sneaking through the woods away from the temple.
Okay. Hmm.
It probably
Right.
wasn't intentional.
Yeah. So if I'm going to assume that if anything, she was just letting us know, like, I got out, basically. I think that's what Elon would assume.
Okay.
Given the circumstances, it's. God. I just get with
I guess
with
they're
the
better than
rock
shooting an
over
arrow
his-
with that. No.
Message for you, sir. Anyways, so yes, eventually food starts. They end up basically setting up sort of a food, basically effectively a meal out in the courtyard because indoor not so great for eating it right now.
True.
And things are start being brought about the time Ting Ting and a small group of her bandits show up. And the monks look a bit wary.
Oh, hi, how's it going? Come have some dumplings. Come sit with us.
Ting Ting sort of looks at the monks.
This might
The monks are like, wait, you are friendly with this bandit.
I mean, yeah, she was fighting the corruption that we just showed you guys.
Basically,
maybe some.
so Tang, the orange monk, was very bristly about. Looked like he looked very sort of like aggressively towards the when you said it, he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, oh boy, this. I am so sorry, ma'am.
I wrote some really mean things about you online.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's rough. This is why we're eating dumplings.
Bao is like, oh no, absolutely. Come, we are no longer in conflict. Come, sit, eat. Bailan is like, sure. And everyone sort of sits down, and there's food. There are It is fairly basic food. They couldn't. It's a monk's temple. They don't make particularly like fancy stuff. But on top of that, like also the kitchen was while in better shape than a lot of the rest of the temple. Did take some damage. Plus, they had places to cook.
Didn't need a lot of fire.
I mean, that might be why it survived so well.
I mean, yeah, honestly, it's At any rate, so
it's probably mostly like
the kitchen was definitively in better shape. Like, at any rate, so Ting Ting's like, so where is was it Yuri? She seems to be not present.
I don't know. Last I saw, she ran off chasing you.
Yes, she was of some help distracting the demon, the leader of the demons.
Oh, okay.
Which led me to get a very nice. While he was on the ground, I was easily able to fight him. Unfortunately, he could fly.
That must have been annoying.
It was very annoying. But Yuri's distraction enabled me to land a clean blow and take his head. So.
Oh, good. Yeah. She's good for some things.
She seems to be very talented at many things.
Yeah.
At any rate, what happened to I see Master Kong Wei is also not here.
Oh yeah, I killed him.
Ting Ting sort of has you see a smirk sort of spot for his face. She's like, no. I'm in the presence of the students. I shouldn't be openly gleeful about this.
He hit hard. Like,
yes,
he knew how to throw a punch.
Yes, he was a master of kung fu yes, he's a master of kung fu. Very talented martial artist.
I won't go that far, but he knew how to throw a punch.
Ting Ting arches an eyebrow at you. Sometimes it is difficult for unarmed technique to overcome sheer brawn.
No offense to our hosts here, but like, you guys never account for just good old-fashioned brawling techniques.
Matsu is a master of healthy living.
That actually gets a laugh out of Bylon, actually.
Batu's like, you vegetarian ass monks need more protein.
Actually, I don't think the Taoist monks are vegetarian. Actually,
I know.
If they're Buddhist, they would be. You are absolutely correct. Yeah. But yes, it seems very clear that everyone's sort of deferring to Bylon, the fact that he doesn't seem like he's particularly comfortable with the idea of being the master of the temple at the moment.
It means he's probably the best candidate, unfortunately.
Oh, almost certainly. I mean, also, he's definitively the most experienced person here. Like, at any rate, So, but Ting Ting sort of turns over to this. Zhao, right? Or correct? She's looking over at Asher.
Yes.
Yes. Were you able to find any evidence in Mr. Imperial Investigator?
Zhao very casually puts one of the letters on the table alongside one of the Imperial gold. I don't know, all the ingots or whatever.
He hung on to Imperial gold. Thought he was smarter than that.
Zhao just
She looks
shakes
at the letter,
his
reads it
head.
over.
It's like,
Well, he was smarter than his brother. Dear Lord, he committed
True.
this to writing?
I know, right?
Zhao is very much like, yes, unfortunately the governor has not read Sun Tzu's Art of Crimes.
In a book called
Otherwise, he would know
Crimes?
that you shouldn't. Yes, unfortunately, a lot of these rich noblemen just have no experience in these kind of things. They need to be told things like supply lines are important.
Well, I suppose.
Steal your enemy's food.
Don't fight your enemy where they're strongest. I mean, he totally broke that law today. Like, we absolutely did. But
Regardless, I believe we have the evidence necessary to.
Well, you've got enough evidence to at least make his life uncomfortable.
Yes. How we go about this could be
Whether
several
he
ways.
gets whether he loses his position or not is still open for debate. A lot of the court is still corrupt.
Yes. But with this evidence, you could at least lean on him to lower the taxes and improve the
Well-
lives of the citizenry.
If you're willing to get me some of it,
Right down
I can
the
probably blackmail him for a little while at least. But I won't be. I'm not in a position to evict him for power outside of assassination.
I mean, don't have to call it assassination. You could call it a just execution with all this stuff.
Sure, but that is what the government will call it afterwards.
Yes, and we don't really. The whole point of all this was to prevent such a.
And while
Unnecessary
I want
action.
him evicted, I would ideally like him to be removed from power without me having to get a bounty on my head or further bounty on my head. Ideally. Now, if it comes to it, I will, she says. But I would prefer not to.
Well, I'm not above doing a favor for a pretty lady. Especially one that knows how to use a glaive like you do.
Well,
Not a,
so Investigator Zhao, if you get the opportunity to do something about that in the near future, and we can get him removed through official means, that would be acceptable. I'd rather not lead a full-on revolt yet.
Yes, I believe a full-on revolt would be against everyone's best interest. We really don't want the emperor doing a punitive action down here.
Yes, also, regular citizens do tend to get caught in the crossfire, and I'd prefer to avoid that if possible.
At the very least, he he takes a couple. He doesn't need all of these gold ingots. He slides a few across the table towards Ting Ting. It's like, I believe these would be useful in helping the local peasantry in the meantime.
What would be more useful
can't-
would be foodstuffs and tools and such. Purchase with that.
Yes, that's the idea.
Yes. But someone such as me would attract a lot more attention spending that script than someone like you.
Perhaps.
I'm not saying I won't take it. I'm just saying it's easier for you to spend it, for someone like you to spend it, than it is for someone like me to spend it. That particular type of script.
I just can't wait until Zhao goes to town and starts spending these gold ingots and gets accused of some corruption charges.
Just gonna say, you could just melt it down. A lump of gold spends just as well as a minted coin.
Not as well, but close. You are correct. Actually, you are. That is a very valid point, Batu. If it'll make yes, we can do that. That is an excellent idea.
He slides a few back. Like, okay, then I think that seems like a
Oh,
a good
absolutely.
course of action. He does slide them all because he needs to like, have some of these things to like directly link them to, as evidence because he wouldn't have these.
No. As an aside, like Batu, you get the impression this is just sort of not the sort of thing Ting Ting usually thinks on, like that sort of thing. She's more
Right.
focused on like other aspects of leading revolutionaries. She does see people who probably have pointed that out to her when she brought the gold back.
Right.
It's like, boss, you don't need to worry about that. Just melt it down. Oh yeah, duh.
I mean, professional raider, so you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. It is entirely in your idiom. I get it. Also, you really wouldn't care about spending the ingots anyways if you couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh no! Someone's upset about a Mongol having taken Imperial money. Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's upset about a Mongol. Period. Like, at any rate, it is over the course of the evening, the bandits and the Ting Ting and her bandits do come to something in accord with the remaining monks. Or at least they've definitely signed they basically come to a sort of effectively a ceasefire, as it were. As it is very clear that the more corrupt, the ones who definitely seem like they were closest with Kong Wei are not welcome to the temple anymore.
Makes sense.
I mean, they probably leave anyway, seeing that they're writing on the wall.
What? No. It's almost like about a third of the monks have just mysteriously wandered off at some point during the evening. It's like, the master is dead, and they've got evidence of his corruption. I probably shouldn't be here anymore.
They've left on a spiritual journey.
Yes.
That sounds like a deathmatch kill message.
Well, also some of them are not they're currently pining for the fjords, as it were.
Like I just remember back in Dark Forces 2, one of the kill messages is like X just became more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
That's good. That's good. At any rate, is there anything else you guys would like to do over the course of the evening?
Hunt.
Yes.
Lon would like to have a talk with Master Bylon.
Absolutely.
At some point.
You were able to get to find him alone at some point. Olan.
Master, I just wanted to thank you for before. I think that had you not seen fit to give yourself up, then things might have gone very differently.
Yes. That was the first hearing Kong Wei, Kong Wei, not Master Kong Wei. I don't think he deserves that title anymore. His instructions, as it were definitely telling. And while it's possible I could have continued, I think setting the proper example to those who would be willing to listen might have spared some bloodshed, that unnecessary bloodshed.
I think that you're right. I'm sure that was not an easy thing for you to do in terms of protecting your honor and your pride. And I just wanted to say that I don't when I confronted you, I knew that there was no way that I could beat you, and I wanted to acknowledge that and thank you for your help.
Well, I will say this: today, you were the better sword. You were the better. You were better with the sword than I was. Today, whether that will be true in the future, I do not know. But that is a truism for any day. You might be better than someone who normally you would not be better than, and the opposite can occur as well.
Sometimes you just get on a hot streak, you know. You just got to win an opportune time, you know.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday,
It kind of is.
The match.
But
to hear that level of acknowledgement from a master such as yourself, that I treat it for what it is. Thank you.
you have put in much work with the blade, and you have learned much. There's more you can still learn, obviously, but that is true of everyone. Learning the blade is not a destination; it is a journey.
I didn't know I was on that journey. I'm sorry. I don't mean to treat. This might sound bad when I say this, but when I picked up this blade, I've I haven't been thinking of myself as its master. I'm just holding on to this for right now, and things have just kind of happened since then.
Sure. No, you've again. Mastery is not maybe not your end goal, but learning the blade is the journey you're currently on. However, or one of the journeys you're currently on.
I suppose it is. You have been of great help to me in the last few days.
I'm honored to hear that.
The insight that you showed me, the way that you've taught me of looking at things, I honestly don't even know if I would be alive without the insights you have offered me. And she bows deeply to him.
He returns the bow. May your journey continue to be a fruitful one.
And yours, I suppose.
Indeed. Looks like I have a new one, that of a leader of this temple. Yeah.
Gross.
I don't know anything about those kinds of things, but from what you've told me, it sounds like even journeys that we aren't realizing that we're taking are important to go with the best of intentions on.
Indeed. Well, again, I wish you well.
Thank you. Right, I'm good with that.
All right. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right.
Anybody else have anything?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Are there deer in China?
There are deer everywhere.
Deer specifically, though.
There's all
let's
kinds of
see.
deer, apparently.
Yeah, but like, let's see here.
Might be those like tiny little deers with tusks. What are they? Tic-tics? Tic-tics.
Like there's something called the water deer, for example. It's a small deer series, but like a question of like when were they sort of known of and native in the region is another question, unfortunately, because the earliest documentations of those deer with the long canines, the water deer, is like the earliest described instance of in the Western world is from 1870. And I'm not sure how many records there are of it older than that, as far as I can tell. Water deer are found in the Zhaoshang Islands, in the Zhejiang, Jingzhou, Hubei, and Hainu. So, like, yeah, it's
What I'm getting is
possible.
they're probably not in this area.
No, but there are definitely there are absolutely birds and such in the area also.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're on a
Curious what-
mountain. You might
I'm
find
guessing
a goat.
curious. I'm guessing curious. Like what is the plan here?
Hungry.
Oh,
It's something you want. You're looking for game. There are game animals of various sorts in the area that you can hunt if you.
At very least, there's pigs somewhere. There's always pigs.
Oh, there's definitely pig in China. Like that's.
Oh, I have no doubt of that.
But
I, the player.
yeah,
don't
I know.
like
I'm
that
aware.
idea.
Also, like, wild pigs are going to be like boar, and those are,
Actively
Not-
dangerous.
Yes.
yeah.
I am very specifically keeping away from 35 of them.
I mean, I'll put it this way: like,
wow.
there in the foresty areas, there are probably rabbits at worst.
Sure, we'll go with rabbit.
Like, and I mean, there's definitely a rabbit in China. It's part of the zodiac there, so you know,
Mm.
and a large part of Chinese mythology also.
Yeah, there's also like there'd also be goats and
Goats are probably not that common in this area. Well, actually, you're in a pretty hilly area. There might be goats here,
Mm.
but there's definitely something you can hunt. You can.
curry.
There's definitely stuff you can hunt here. No question.
Including the most dangerous game, Mega Bear.
Omega bear.
It's like multi bear but bigger.
Multi bear. Yes.
Multi-bear.
drifting?
Multi-bear.
Yeah. Well, like yeah. I think of the best way to describe it here.
Eric was making a Gravity Falls reference.
Oh, my
Multi bear
Oh.
is basically the
Now my
see John
interest has been
Carpenter's The
lost.
Thing? It's John Carpenter's The Thing, but all bear.
I
see. My interest diminished once it was Gravity Falls.
Anywho, okay, on that, I guess we'll wrap up this part, and I take it you guys are. What are you guys doing afterwards? After you leave the temple?
Well, we I guess are going to need to meet up with Yuri
Yep.
somewhere, and I mean, we got the
you
scroll
you
now,
will be
so-
drawn by the scent of roast rabbit and roast goat.
You will find. Yes, you will come across her. She's doing that.
To be clear, I'm not thrilled about the goat thing either. However, there's no way I'm gonna be able to feed the entire party with only one rabbit.
So you went out with your Oregon Trail gun, and
Oh, don't. I played
Shot 'em up
Yakuza
there.
5 last night. Don't even joke about that.
All
You
right.
went, you shot a buffalo, then died of dysentery. Gotcha.
There were so many dead bears in Hokkaido now.
At any rate, you link back up with Yuri, and I assume you guys are going to be heading down to the other temple, the abandoned temple. If I remember your plans correctly.
that was what I wanted to do. So yeah.
All right.
That would probably be the correct course of action, unless like the governor's town it would be like much closer.
It's
or
not much
something.
closer now.
Yeah.
Also, I know Yuri's definitely planning on heading over the scroll, so
Yes.
Mhm. It was the whole reason we were here in the first place.
Yep.
So
all right. Well, you link back up, and you can start journeying back to the forest temple. And most of the trip back is actually pretty uneventful.
Yeah, we play a minuet. We're there.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, totally. Nothing bad happens by the time before you get to the temple. Absolutely not.
It's which one is that? Dun, 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 dun,
That's-
dun, dun.
that's Oot. Oot is the one with the temples.
At any rate, when you start, after you do have to rest overnight at some point, and the next day you set out, and the one thing you do notice that the skies get definitely getting more overcast and dark and brooding, and a storm is rolling in again.
So the weather's good.
Depends how you define good, but yeah, sure.
Good for me.
As you
It's
get
not anyway.
yes, as you get closer, the wind starts picking up and starts howling through the trees. And it very much looks like there's a thunderstorm rolling in. A big one.
Yay! Sorry, no, that's bad.
Does this seem like at a normal speed, or like is this like
It's coming on pretty
natural-
fast, and you did not see signs of storm clouds when you went to bed. I'll put it that way.
Like this is a situation where I think Zhao would pull out his geomancy compass and like try to see if some kind of sorcery's going on, but we're right next to the scroll. It's not going to work.
What? No. The scroll's not that powerful. It's totally not part of a big. Yeah, no. Well, you could give me a roll if you'd like.
All right, let's do his what I'm calling his Taoism / ancient science
Sure.
for this thing.
You're making basically a geomancy roll. A 7. Signs point to.
Science points to nice try.
Lon is going to use information merchant trading to see if she can think of a place that travelers tend to take shelter in this area in such cases of weather.
Not that you're aware of, especially given that you are fairly deep into the. You're getting reasonably close to the temple at this point when the storm really picks up. So honestly, your best bet, according to your idea, would be to hurry up and get to the temple.
Just go to the temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick up the pace.
All right. I'll also stow my metal items so that I'm only carrying wooden items.
Well,
so that
to be fair, you are in a forest. You're not likely to be directly struck by lightning, even if you're carrying something metal.
Yeah,
There are
and,
trees.
It wouldn't be too hard to build a shelter if we needed one.
No,
I got it.
what?
You got it? Oh, my reference? Okay.
Yes.
It was another Zelda reference, sorry.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say like, okay, does that mean that Daolu has to build a makeshift hut in like the middle of nowhere here?
Just make
Is
a
it-
log cabin.
I mean, you could like,
I mean,
All right,
yeah,
let's just.
but you
let's
don't.
see,
You
let's
don't
just
feel.
roll.
You do not feel the need to. I'll put it that way.
All right, well,
Odd job's
okay,
12.
that's
Pretty good roll.
Yeah,
I'll say, Skitch, you think about the idea of building a shelter, but you do agree with Olan that it'd probably be faster just to hurry up to the temple rather than build a properly secure shelter to wade through a heavy storm.
well, like I'm gonna build a makeshift canopy to on the way over, just like
You could build. You
know.
definitely could build something that like you can work on building like the parts of a lean-to that you could throw together quickly if you'd like.
just being silly. Yes,
Absolutely.
Okay, anyways,
All right, as you get closer, I would like everyone to give me a notice check.
Yep.
All right.
why would
let's
you
do
make
my
me do that?
detective.
I have
You may roll detective,
now.
absolutely. Intrusion is not really appropriate here, sadly.
Ooh.
Your rolls an 11,
Roll
nice.
information Mongolia.
Olan rolls a 10, nice.
where is?
There's a reason why I went and I got this dang skill
Oh, yeah.
and ranked it to 12 for my first 2 awesome ups.
8, not
it's not
terrible actually, Eric.
Notice. Okay.
Well, Batu rolled boxcars on his notice as well.
All right,
Oh, did I?
Uh,
I hadn't even noticed.
9.
You did.
Well,
Yeah,
everyone
I rolled a
succeeded.
9.
If the box is highlighted in green like that, it means at least one of the rolls was a 6. So you
Yeah,
Oh,
and if
okay.
a box is a red, then one of the rolls is a 1.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So, Batu and everyone can hear sort of some sort of voice, some sort of a group of voices saying something. Batu, Zhao, you can actually make it out pretty well. It is some sort of chanting, possibly even evil chanting.
Mm.
Ooh, evil chanting.
Oh no, evil chanting.
That sounds fun.
It definitely sounds to both of you sounds ritualistic.
Mm. Not interested anymore. If it's
That's supposed to be anybody out
ritualistic,
here either.
get me out of here.
If you put the right beat to this, I could dance.
It's the precursor to Goa trance. Got it. Okay.
All right. As you get closer, assuming you guys continue apace, as you are coming into the clearing, you move in and you see a group of individuals there, and I'll describe them in a second. You see I'm gonna actually when you arrive, as you come into the clearing where the temple is, a bolt of lightning strikes the ground amidst one of the group of people, and you can smell you can smell both the ozone of the lightning strike and the smell of sulfur and pain, as a large form comes sort of erupting out of the ground, glowing with brilliant with green fire and a glowing green axe.
Oh dear.
Hang on, I didn't do the right thing. Doop-a-doop-doop-doo, and move you over to the proper map. Hang on. There we go. And boop. Back to the Forest Temple map. You see, as I said, a group of people standing in a sort of a circle around that large form that appeared. They were all wearing sort of very sort of wearing robes, and they look like they're part of they might be part of the Imperial court, maybe. But they sort of definitely have sort of a lackey-ish feel about them. You also see a bunch of individuals wearing dusty funeral garb, with long wicked claws on the ends of their fingernails have grown out to long wicked claws, and their mouths are agape with pointed teeth. One of them looks like they're in better shape than the others. They are probably Jiangshi. I'm not going to make you guys actually roll for it, but you can decide whether or not your character would know what a Jiangshi is. The large thing with green fire and axe, probably a demon. Also, in the back, you hear a familiar voice saying, "Yes, yes!"
You.
Ong Dao, you have answered my summons. Now you will crush this temple for me and retrieve that which I seek. You have come back to interfere. By the way, it is in fact Zhan Shi, the sorcerer you met before.
Yeah.
But he is in fact wearing different. He's wearing actually his imperial robes and a different hat and the hat that eunuchs wear.
Oh, you came formally dressed this time. That'll make it easier to bury you properly.
Good one.
That was good.
That was excellent. And as I did say, he would not return. He might return with a different hat. I wasn't lying. Because he in fact does have a different hat on the token I used this time.
All right. So who wants to shut up?
Now,
Dumbass
Ken,
over there
take your
while I beat up
Jiangshi and slaughter them. And you should all roll initiative probably.
Oh boy.
All right.
Do. I should probably check my token. I did that.
All right.
Oh, confound it. I have to...
Aha! 8.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
All right, I'm gonna take a nap.
I rolled on the better side of average.
Ooh, yeah, you rolled some garbage there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Unfortunate.
Oh, I'll be right back.
so yes, the large warrior demon is named Ong Dao.
Oh, it's like it looks like Fernea's gonna be first when she gets back, unless the mooks and otherwise roll better.
Yep.
Entirely possible, but unlikely. It seems.
I can take my turn before I go if I'm going first.
I've not rolled for the baddies yet, so
Oh, okay. All right.
So I said-
yeah,
We might
goes
have a bit
good.
of time to set up.
yeah, take your step away. I'm setting up here. I forgot to do something I should have done before we started.
Yeah, that's why I said might, not certain.
All right, now I'll roll initiative. All right. Dao, what is your speed? All right. Competent. It's an 11 for him. Lao Sen. Also an 8. Oh, he rolled very well.
Super zippy.
He's a speedy vampire. Zhao Shi.
Got a few dots in celerity. Aha!
12. Not bad, not great. All right, the lesser Zhangxi. Ooh, they're actually zippy for mooks. God damn.
Jeez.
Those are some
How the
fast
vampires
moves,
are just-
Yeah.
They are quick but clumsy. And the sorcerer lackeys. Yeah, that's more like it.
Come at me, vampires.
All right. So you already rolled a 13. All right, so the highest is 14. Where's my marker? There's my marker. All right. All right. Actually, I can do the baddies first since they did win initiative.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sure. A boing, a boing, a boing, a boing, a boing. The greater Zhangxi comes bounding over to you in weird hopping leaps. And it slashes at you with its wicked claws. That is for Daolu.
Yeah, for me.
He's coming for
All
you,
right.
Daolu. Fear him.
You, Dalu.
All right.
Heta!
That is
An
a
8.
bad attack roll.
That's a terrible attack roll.
Oh, geez, that hits my speed, right? That's what matters, right?
Yes,
It hits-
absolutely.
That hits my toughness.
Yep.
That's how it works, right?
All right. And then I'm going to throw a regular hopping vampire at each one of you just for simplicity's sake.
Oh, thank God.
I know, Eric. What is their... Okay, their AV is not terrible. It's also not great. All right. So we'll start with Daolu.
I'm back.
All right.
Welcome back.
Zhangxi
Get
rolled
jumped by
14s on their initiatives. They're actually going to go first.
Ooh.
All right, so that's a miss on Daolu. So Daolu got attacked by the named hopping vampire, and then there's a a lesser hopping vampire in each one of you. So Yuri, an 8, I think, misses you.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Batu, a
I
12.
dodged.
You dodged,
I'm glad I dodged.
you bastard.
Going on 13.
Yes, you are. All right. Again, there's no way the hopping vampires would know not to do no. This is a terrible idea.
Yes.
And it's also not a trick that you pulled out on, Captain Shrill over there last time.
Oh no, yeah, right. He does not know you can do this. That is also true. Olan, a 7 misses you.
Yep.
And Zhao. Oh, by the way, are you Zhao or Shangyan right now, Ash?
He is Zhao.
Okay.
Because there was no reason to transform.
A
into Shangyang,
15.
and they caught us by surprise. 15 will hit.
All right.
Speaking of catching us by surprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He lacerates you with his. He comes bounding at you, swings an awkward claw at you in a way that you just do not anticipate and dodge the wrong way, and he lacerates you. How much did it hit you by?
So I have toughness of 8.
No,
so
how much
that's
what's your
7.
defense?
Oh, my defense is 13.
13. So hits
2.
you by 2. Damage is 12. Total
Damage
then.
is 12. Oh, that's a lot.
14 minus your toughness. Yeah.
So 12 minus your toughness. Sorry. The claw base
12
damage of the
minus my
claws is 10.
toughness. Okay, so
Okay.
it's 4. Okay.
So yeah, but base damage of the claws is 10, but he gets plus 2 to the damage because of his the smackdown is 12. Is the way I should phrase it.
Okay. All right. That's correct. Okay, so I take 4 wound points.
So you got toughness 8 then?
A toughness of 8. Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember what your toughness was. That's why I'm asking. All right, cool.
Now, do these things have some horrible effect on me now that I got
No,
hit by
I will say
vampire?
flatly, the lesser Zhangxi have no effect.
All right.
Have no weird effect. The greater Zhangxi maybe. 13. That is Batu and I believe
Yes.
Yuri.
I look at
15
Yuri.
will
You
miss
want
me.
the wizard or the demon?
Wizard.
All right, I'll go beat up the demon then.
All right. You go saunter over towards the demon?
Yep.
All right. The demon looks down at you.
Oh dear.
Eric,
Yeah.
it is an uncommon. It is an unusual feeling for you to be advancing to attack someone who is actually taller than you are.
Huh.
He's a good fit. He's a good 10, 12 feet tall.
think it's time we cut you down to size. I swing at his knee.
Okay. He does not try to dodge.
All right. I will martial arts this.
Okay.
Ooh, this is your opening thing.
Yeah.
too.
Whoa!
That's a 24.
Good
You
roll.
Established your shot.
Just crunch.
Yeah. All right. 22. That will hit him by
24
6.
because
20
it's
Sorry, that'll hit him by actually. I'm no. It would have hit him by 8, but that hits him by 10 instead. My bad. His defense
my
is 14.
club is damage 16.
Yep. So 26.
Yep. It's gonna bounce right off him because he's immune to melee weapons. Isn't
No,
it?
he is not.
Oh.
No. All right. So that does. His toughness is 9.
That's a good toughness.
He's tough. Yeah. No. He's just tough and yeah. So we said it's 26, right? Yeah. 26 minus 9 is 17. You thud into the side of his leg, and he goes, possibly a proper challenge. Yes.
You're still standing. Okay, I think I'm going to enjoy this.
All right. Yuri.
Alrighty. Yeah, so Yuri is just going to kind of actually walk
Okay.
towards the wizard.
Sure.
Uncharacteristically, she's not moving super swift or, darting about or doing anything sneakily or anything like that. She is just brazenly walking straight towards the wizard
Okay.
and pulls her sword as she does so.
Okay.
You are going to tell me everything that I want to know before the day is out, whether you want to or not. And then I will see you buried.
Someone's upset.
Yuri coming with the hard lines today.
I've been doing vampire roleplay for the past several days.
Fair enough.
I'm half in the zone already.
That's fair.
And if he wants to say anything,
I'm
back,
debating whether he's gonna. He sort of looks at you as if you could possibly threaten one such as myself. You are so far beneath my concerns.
I am going to fortune die.
I figured.
That's an all right fortune die.
That's
And I am going
about average.
to I'm going to stunt to pull out a knife and pin his foot to the ground.
okay.
There
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
that's a great roll. 19.
Well,
All right.
21.
Yeah, 21.
But it's stunting. So -2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sure. Right.
How dare you hold me accountable for doing something cool?
So,
I mean, yeah, you're doing something really. Yes. This fortune die in the sun was an excellent idea. Yeah. Okay.
I
Thud.
am more than a threat.
All right. So that you hit him by what is his defense?
Not enough.
Oh no, that hits definitely. 14. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, that'll hit by
Hit by 5.
by 5. Damage on a thrown knife is I think 7, if I remember correctly.
I think it was 9, but it's not on my sheet. Weirdly, why is it not on my sheet?
I mean, I know a normal knife attack is like 9. Yeah, if you're stabbing someone with a knife. Yeah, we'll go with 9. That's fine. All right. So okay, you hit by brain worky. Sorry. You hit by 5.
14.
7 is 12. You do 6 wound points and pin his foot to the ground. Let me just knot that down first. Ah! How dare you! Oh, you shall pay! I shall send you... Where's it? To the hell of boiling oil for this!
He's gonna fry you.
I'm just saying I'm just saying I don't pay for anything. That's where you're wrong.
I'm a thief.
What, you don't
I'm
even
actually-
realize
I'm-
you-
all right. I'm gonna steal that right now. I don't pay for anything. I take what I want. And I'm going
You
to
take some dumplings and get back from
take the
hell.
information that you have rattling around in your irritating, corrupt skull.
All right, I really want to make this happen for you right now. I'm bored.
Yeah.
All right. Is anyone else on 13?
That's not 7, is it?
No, that is different. All right, then we are on to 12.
I do go on 12.
All right, you first,
Yes,
then Zhao Shi is after that.
Nope. Zhao, and then
Oh, you're also in 12.
yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep mine very simple. I'm going to use a chi and a single shot to begin using my rippling death.
Okay.
So I'll get
Activating rippling
+2
death. Gotcha.
multiple opponents till the end of the sequence. So that'll be it for me.
Okay. Zhao.
All right. Zhao is going to ignore the Xiaoxi that attacked him because he's thinking that they're just gonna be mindless without their leader there.
Okay, sure.
Zhu. So he takes aim at Lao Zin, and in his mind he knows one thing that hopping vampires are weak to, and that's fire. And he has just the tools for that. So he opens up with the firework launcher.
Okay.
All right, so let's log this guy, and that's a 6.
A 6
dear.
does not hit him, no.
It does not, but it does mean I get better damage next round because Bag of Guns activates.
Oh, yeah. So you fire the firework at it, and the hopping vampire sees the firework being pointed at it. It's like, burning not good. Dodge. Not active dodge, but, it sort of dips out of the way. And
Yeah,
it's,
I think the rain got into the firework launcher, and he smashed it for a
now,
second. Like
it dodges in a really awkward way. They are very stiff in movement. Also, I will say, you do remember one of their weaknesses, which is not helpful right now.
Salt.
No. They cannot cross an unbroken line of
Damn
uncooked
right.
sticky rice.
Glutinous rice.
Salt and rice are close enough, right? Right. They're small
they
and
both
white.
grow, right? They
Oh,
both
man,
come out of the same field.
Whenever you add a dash of salt to your rice, you're just adding more rice to it, as everyone knows.
As everyone knows, indeed.
Okay, so
I
anyone,
could throw coins.
Yes, it self perpetuates your meal,
coins does not help.
and that's why starvation doesn't exist.
I'm
is
not gonna
very
respond
specifically they
to
just
this,
cannot cross the line of
any
unbroken.
of this. This is actively offensive.
Right. At any rate, Zhao Shi, the Imperial sorcerer, his foot's stuck to the ground. What is he going to do?
Die.
Not at the moment, no.
Work in progress. Got it.
Okay. I know what he's going to do. I just remembered something. Excellent. All right. So he glares at you and says, "You are more irritating than I remembered. Very well. I wasn't going to use this, but."
Okay.
And he pulls out, reaches into his robes and pulls out a tome. Flips it open. It starts glowing. And as it glows, he gestures, uses a telekinesis spell to yank the dagger out of his foot, and a glow from the book causes him to start levitating. And then you hear what sounds like a deep chanting voice coming from somewhere. And a bolt of fire leaps from the book towards you, Yuri.
Dodge.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. Damn, a 19.
That exactly hits.
Well, goddamn.
Damn.
Which means that I get to get cookies out of this.
You're correct, actually.
Congratulations, you get to do the thing you always want.
Yeah.
All right.
Dare
Yeah,
you?
you get hit while dodging. You regain any fortune spent on the dodge, which I did not do. But my next attack action only costs one shot.
That's pretty sweet.
Also, +1 defense against any opponent who has already hit you during the current sequence.
That
So
is-
against this jerk, my defense is now 17.
That is
and
an
I
interesting
get to act
point,
very fast.
Fornea, and I will have to remember. Remind me. I will try to remember that. That is going to bring up something interesting. However, yeah, that is a damage 12 firebolt.
My toughness is 6, so
That's
that's
6 wound
going
points.
to be 6 wound points.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will also so actually, Fornea, you can give me a detective roll. Actually,
Ooh, can I now?
16. Okay. You do not remember him casting any fire spells last time you crossed paths with him.
That's not true. Because he threw a fireball and I used the
No,
the
you're
heat
right.
event to kite fly.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so that shouldn't be a lightning bolt then. Hang on. A fireball then. Sorry, he used lightning and fire before. This should not be a fireball then. Sorry. It is very explicitly a spell type he did not use before is what it should be. You are correct. I misremembered that. That is me misremembering.
All good. Happens.
So... Okay, it's a shard of ice. It's an ice
Oh,
shard.
there we go.
You're right. No,
I see
you
you're
are
learning
correct.
the
I'm
trick.
looking at my notes now. Yeah, he's got fire. He does have fire as one of his listed blast sticks. Fire, lightning, and chi. Because you start with chi,
Yeah.
and he does lightning also, unsurprisingly. All right.
By default, you may project mojo.
Yes. All right. That is it for Zhao Shi. What are my notes? Yep. I need to mark down his initiative so that I don't. Okay, he goes again on 9. All right. That is it for 12. Then 11.
Oh, I go.
Okay. You're up first.
One took only one shot less. All right. I will attack. I'm gonna try and attack 3 of these hopping vampires.
Okay.
So I get a +2 to this.
Okay.
So we'll just see how this one works out. Ata! That is a bad roll. That's a 12 overall.
All right. So you would need a 13 to hit 3 of them.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Sorry, no. Their defense is 11, so you need a 14 to hit 3 of them. Sorry.
Okay. Good to know. I did roll quite badly on that attack.
Yep. No, that's true. Technically speaking, you take a -3 penalty to your roll for attacking attacking 3 of them, but yeah. Their defense is 11. Long short of it.
Gotcha, yeah.
All right. Anyone else on 11? Otherwise, it's bad guys. All right. On 11, first up is the Hopping Vampire. Lao Tsen. Lao Tsen bound after Zhao because, Zhao tried to shoot him with a firework. Therefore, more threatening, obviously.
Obviously.
Hurrah! He hisses at you and slashes at you with his claws. A 14.
I'm gonna dodge.
Okay, you dodge. Okay, normally you should declare that before the attack roll, but I'll give it to you here. Just
Oh, you're right. No,
As a
don't worry
reminder.
about it. That does hit then.
okay, well,
Yeah, as a reminder, I'll remember that. So that does hit. I have a defense of 13, so that hits
hits by
me for
1. Damage is 10. I think. Hang on. Claw damage is 11. Sorry, for him.
11. Okay.
So base damage. So
it's 12.
it's total of 12 damage. Yeah, smackdown of 12.
All right.
so
so
4 more
this
wound
is
points.
8, so I take 4 more wound points.
Ha! Slash. All right.
This is where I wish I had watched Mr. Vampire.
It's a good movie. All right. Ong Dao looks down at Batu, grasps his axe in 2 hands, and hoists it up in the air as it flares with green fire and brings it hacking down at Batu.
Bring it.
All right, Ong Dao, his base AV is that. And you did damage to him. You did at least 10 wounds to him, so he gets a bonus.
Oh dear.
Oh.
So his base AV is that plus +1. So there we go. A 19.
That hits.
Thump. That hits you by I think 7, correct?
Yes.
All right, and his axe is base 13 damage.
Ooh.
So that is 20 wound points plus 1 additional point of fire.
No. So that is 21, so that means 14. Or no, I'm sorry. 21. I don't have toughness of 7, I have toughness of 12. So that is 9.
Take 9 wound points. And the green fire has affixed itself to you.
Interesting.
You are burning.
Sort of look to brush it off, and
It doesn't brush off.
this ruins my vest. I'm going to be very upset with you. This is my favorite vest.
I think you will enjoy the hell of eternal flame.
A lot of hell's going
Only
on.
if you know how to. Only if you guys know how to barbecue.
All right. That is. Oh no, the regular Zhangxi go in 11 also.
Yes.
So that is down to 8, down to 8, and down to 8. All right, regular Zhangxi. I guess 1 on everybody except like Batu sort of. Yeah, actually, so yeah, 1 on everybody. I'll just stick with 1 everybody. The two that the 2 of you that moved past the group, the others, the Zhangxi, the Zhangxi is fighting you follow you.
Okay.
Just to keep things simple here. So, Batu, a 9.
Woof.
Yep.
I was going next anyway.
All right. Yuri, a 12. I think misses you.
Quite comfortably.
Dalu, 13 misses you.
Yep.
Zhao, 6 misses you.
Nope.
And Olan, a 12 misses you. All right, we're done with that.
Yeah, when the Jiangshi comes towards Yuri, it's going to just kind of like hop into a lunge, and she's just going to step slightly to the side, calmly and smoothly, just reach her hand around to like the back of its head and just kind of force it to stumble another direction,
Okay, sure.
and just keeps walking.
Fair enough.
Big judo spin.
Yep. Is that it? That's
No,
it
not
for
even
11,
that.
I believe.
More of a get out of here, kid. You bother me.
10.
That's me.
Okay.
Bubba Clubba.
Okay.
Going to yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna like do a quick push at the end of the club before I spin it around a backspin and bring it up into his groin.
Okay.
Because he set my vest on fire.
Fair enough.
Throw another fortune in there.
I figured.
17.
17 will hit. His defense is a mere 14. You hit by 3, so 19
All right,
damage.
so it's another 19 damage.
So that's 10 more wound points.
He's got to be feeling it.
Right?
Unless he's also a big bruiser.
You
Oh,
slam
no,
him.
he's
You
also-
slam him in the groin. He goes, "Ow!"
Not external, huh? Yeah, I heard that could be a problem.
All right. He grimaces a little bit and it's like, "You have strength behind you, mortal."
Wish I could say the same for you.
Have you ever considered possibly becoming a demon?
I mean, I'm not dead yet, so it really hasn't crossed my mind.
It's an open door. I have an open door policy for conscripts. Would you be interested?
Hey, see, this is the problem. This is a whole conscript thing. Like, here, like,
Well, you
I'm
clearly
not
have shown you're
so-
better than just a regular run of the mill. Would be better than regular run of the mill demon. You wouldn't be. Conscript's not the right word for open door recruitment.
I tell you what, if you can beat me, I'll consider it.
All right. That
I'm
is
just
reasonable.
laughing at an open door conscript. Like, what? You just shoved him through the open door?
Pretty much. I mean, to be fair, yeah. All right. Anybody else on 10? I don't think any of my guys are on 10. Nope, none of my guys are on 10. None of you guys are on 10? We're done? All right, 9.
I was on 10, so.
9.
And Zhao
I
and
am on 9.
Yep, Zhao, you dodged, didn't you?
I
I
did
Oh, you were
not.
no, you were
9.
faster than he was normally. Right, never mind. No. You were one ahead of him.
I would have been on 10.
Yeah, you were
but
correct. I
dodged,
misremembered.
so
You
I'm
were
on
you
9.
started on 13. I misremembered.
Mhm.
All right, so Yuri, anyone else of the heroes?
Zhao and I think Olan.
No, I
Olan dodged.
I'm on 8.
Oh,
I
Olan's
didn't dodge.
You
I
activated your power.
channeled.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zhao and Yuri.
All right, Yuri, go ahead.
You go ahead and take initiative on this one.
All right, Zhao is still laser focused on the head of the hopping vampires.
Okay.
This time he pulls out a bigger, drier firework launcher.
Okay. Fair.
And it opens a fire on him.
A 14.
14, that's
That
not
will
bad.
hit.
Nice.
All right,
Hits
so
by
that's
1. His defense is 13.
all right. So that's 10 damage. That's 10 from the weapon. So
So it's 11.
24.
So it's 11. It's 11 smackdown of 11. He will take 6
right.
wound points because his toughness is a whopping 5.
Where that came from?
Yeah, fair. Yuri?
All right, so remind me here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this in the middle of the forest, or are we actually at the temple grounds?
You're outside the temple.
Okay, so we're
And
like
there,
in a courty area.
something you will actually notice. There does seem to be some sort of energy barrier up around the temple at the moment.
Entirely surrounding it, or is anything actually
Seems to be a bubble
exposed?
around it at the moment.
That actually complicates things for me. Dang. All right.
That is something you just noticed. You were a little distracted by the demons, but you were asking for details of the scene. I'm adding to them now.
Yeah. Yes.
It's almost as if the spirit within is basically warding off trying to ward off the demons from getting into the temple.
It's
Oh,
the
sure.
show of Lord Gembu.
To be also, just for the record, Yuri has scarcely noticed the demons. She acknowledges that they exist, and she's
That
not
is
looked at
totally fair. You in that case you were that laser focused on Zhao Shi,
them. Yes, that is the correct answer.
which is totally reasonable.
All right. Okay, so, yeah, having the temple be cut off from my current location actually complicates things a lot for me. It completely torpedoed my plan. I have to think of a new one.
That's fair.
Let's see here. Where's Big and Scary in relation to me?
The demon.
Yes.
He's a bit further. He and Zhao Shi are a bit apart from each other. He's sort of like
But broadly in the same-ish area.
in the general vicinity. Sure.
That's all I need. Okay. Big demon swinging big weapon.
He's got a gigantic fuck off axe
Excellent.
that is covered in
Okay,
green fire.
So the next time he's going to go for an overhand strike, Yuri is going to zip forward, leap up towards it, put her feet against the flat side of it, and is going to use that as leverage to launch herself way into the air at the wizard.
Okay, that's cool.
And yeah, I'm going to go straight for this fool with my sword.
Okay.
By which I mean I'm going to run him through and bring him back down to the ground with a fortune stunt.
Okay.
Or I would if the dice cooperated with me.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you come soaring towards him, a gust of wind. He gestures his hand, and a gust of wind blows you off course. At the last possible second.
All right, the wind comes out, and out comes the hover kite.
Okay, you're soaring. Cool.
Yep.
Thumbs up. All right. Any other player characters on 10 here? 9 here? No. All right. Zhao Shi rotates and tracks you through the air. You hear him chanting in his squeaky high pitched voice, and a bolt of lightning leaps from his hand towards you. At the same time, another shard of ice comes flying at you from the book. So Zhao Shi's lightning bolt. 16.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
That misses.
Actually, he did not hit you before. The book did.
Oh no!
So wasn't it the book that just threw an ice at me?
That was the lightning bolt I just rolled for.
Oh, I see.
I'm now rolling for the
I see.
book.
That
misses you anyways. 12.
I see. All right.
So a strength 10
right.
lightning bolt hits you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that just hits. That does 4 damage. That's probably the weakest lightning bolt I've ever been struck with in my life.
You didn't roll that well.
You get struck by many lightning bolts.
I mean, I do. I have a tendency to stand out in the middle of a field during a thunderstorm and shout and shake metal objects at the sky.
While saying, "Come and get me, God."
Smite me, oh mighty smiter.
Fuck you, Zeus.
Hey, fuck you!
Which, honestly, based.
Yeah.
Because fuck Zeus.
He was not a good person.
He was not a good god. He was bad for the
No.
gods. A lot of whom were kind of shit. All right, that is
Just
it.
don't put your dick in it too late.
We're on to 8.
All right, I go again
You do?
because my attack was 1 action.
I know.
Ah.
I get
All
it
right.
now.
So yeah, that lightning bolt came at me. My sword is now electrified,
Okay, sure.
and I will throw it at him
Okay,
with fortune.
sure. A 2?
There we are.
16. That will hit him by 2.
Yay.
He is not dodging.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there is an electrified sword embedded in his abdomen right about
Sure. More in his shoulder, but yeah.
now. Whatever.
Probably
Center
not.
mass.
Probably not wise for him to keep casting lightning bolts.
No, it's not.
All right, so that's 16. His dodge is, I believe, 14. Yes, it is. Minus hit, so it's okay. So that is hit by 2, so that's 12 damage minus his toughness of, I believe, 6. Yes. So there's another 6 wound points. Ow! 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 You. Woo!
What's the matter? Not used to facing someone who can fight in the air?
I shall wreak my vengeance upon you.
Oh, I'm sure you will, and I'll hear all about it.
The whole point of you fighting the wizard is to shut him up.
All right. Anybody else on 8?
I am.
Olan, go.
All right, I'm gonna get ambitious here. I'm gonna burn a fortune. I'm going to attack literally all the Jiangxi, including Lao Xian.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ambitious, yes. There's definitely a way to describe
Yeah.
that.
I might as well try.
Sure.
Go big or go home. That's a 17 become minus 6, which is 11 plus 2 for attacking multiple foes is a 13.
That I think actually hits.
So
That hits exactly. Because the base target, your base target number is the highest defense value of the group, and that is 13.
So
Okay, all the regular Jiangxi are down.
I dance between all the
Right.
Jiangxi, darting between them, slashing and hacking my way through them, and then end up on the other side of Zhao from on the other side of Lao from Zhao. And as a result of that, so it's just an exact hit for damage to Lao Xian. So the damage on that is 10 exactly.
Yep. That's
Or
5
the
more wound
spectrum.
points on him.
And then this also activates my flashing katana. So I will give a boost to I think it makes the most sense for me to give a boost to Zhao in this case.
Okay.
right.
Just not in terms of strategy, but in terms of what has just happened. in
Sure.
the battle.
Fair. That is totally fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else on 8? No? All right. Ong Dao is on 8. Ong Dao will...
That was a greater demon.
Yes, he's a greater demon. He's a demon. Ong Dao will spend a shot.
Oh, that's
He'll
not much.
reach out and grab one of the lackeys and eat him.
Oh dear.
And heals himself.
Stare at him, just kind of aback. Like, you didn't even cook him. That's really bad for you.
You hear crunching noises. It's bad for
I'm on
bad
8.
for mortals like you. It's great for demons like me. Oh.
There's like chicken.
Pulls the hat out of his mouth. Teh.
The energy that this guy is bringing to this battle is very counter to the guy who summoned him.
Right? Like we're over here having serious times, and he's just like, "Hey, hold my beer."
I mean, what you just said is fairly horrifying, to be perfectly honest. But
Oh, it is, but it's with like a more like dementedly fun kind of energy.
well, I mean, yeah, he's a demon.
I'm next on 8. I have something I want to do immediately after he swallows this guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Technically speaking, you should.
I'm gonna
I
look-
could have gone first, but I kind of
Yeah.
wanted him to.
Yeah. So I'm going to look very, very horrified. It's like, no, that's really bad for you. I'm going to start smacking him on the head of the club. Spit it out. That's how you get salmonella. Out, out, out. Or fortune diet.
Sure,
There we go.
that's a great hit. God damn it. That's gonna undo all.
Spit it out. Terrible for you. Always cook your meat.
We're not. Demons aren't affected by salmonella. Whatever that is.
Are you sure? No, you're not.
All right, you hit him by 2, so that's 18 damage minus his toughness of 8 of 10. Was it 9? 9, yes. So 9 wound points.
Oh, he's got a defense of 17?
Sorry, no, sorry, I'm incorrect. His defense is not that high. It's 40. His attack is 17. I read the wrong line. Where is he? There he is. Angdao. Yeah, defense 14. Sorry, that is my bad.
Okay.
No, his defense is 14.
All right.
His
Still-
toughness is 9. So that's additional. That's another 3 points. So it's 12.
reach
Thus,
in there and
just
start pulling out
undoing the
bits of
healing he
sorcerer's
did.
black. What was that?
Undoing the healing he just did. All right. Anyone else on any of the other players on 8? Sorry, before I do any of the other baddies on 8. Okay, it sounds like a no. Okay.
Seems it.
All right. What is left is okay. He's on 7 now. Also, you've never seen anyone eat something that big that quickly. Also, Eric.
Yeah.
He just spent one shot devouring an entire human.
Yeah, I mean, he's also going to choke. It's just really bad. I'm concerned for his health.
All right, Lao Sen goes. He is going to attempt to rend. Okay, he's going to go out. He's actually going to go after Olan since you hit him last.
I'll dodge.
Okay, that's fine. Wow. A 16.
Glad I dodged.
That misses you then.
It misses me by the least margin possible, so I'm glad I dodged.
That would hit you exactly otherwise?
If he had rolled one higher, it would have hit me exactly even when dodging.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, got it. All right. He goes again on 5. And the doomed lackeys go now.
Run away.
They look kind of horrified. But they also know they probably can't run away from Ong Dao. So... So they sort of skitter away from Ong Dao a bit. They break the summoning circle because, you know, they're not idiots. And they will all chant together and channel their magic together to give aid to Zhao Shi.
He does not need any more help.
I think you will find he disagrees with you on that. And his lackeys know better than to try to than to not help him when he not assist him when in this sort of situation.
Yeah, they might get eaten by a demon otherwise.
Look, I'm just saying. I want him dead sooner than later, and that's not conducive to my plans. It's very inconsiderate.
They don't care. So yes, they proceed to continue they start doing a different evil chanting ritual to assist their master. Oh no, evil chanting. All right, that is their action for the turn. For there. All right, no one else on 8. That is it for 8. We're on to 7.
That's Daolu.
That's Daolu.
Daolu.
Oh, I get to do something now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. I didn't even think of like what improvised item to find on site here. Trying to think here.
You could have the bits of shelter you started building with you.
Sure. Yeah. Some like almost like bamboo rods or something like
Sure.
that there. Like, sure. We'll say that's scattered around in there. So
There's also some dead Jiangshi around.
yeah, but I'm right now dealing with this Jiangshi, particular the named one here.
Yep.
Because that's the one that attacked me.
That is the last
there.
Jiangshi, actually.
Yeah. But it's a named one.
Yes, it is.
So that's the relevant thing there. All right. So we'll just grab one of those bamboo sort of things. Like it's been sharpened to a point naturally there. So let's go ahead and just do this martial arts attack here with fortune. It's 21.
That'll hit.
His toughness is 4 for the purpose of this attack.
Well, it drops it by 1.
All right.
Nice. All right, so that hits by I think. Wow, it's 21. That hits by a lot. Yeah, that hits by 8.
I'm gonna treat this as a regular improvised weapon. In this case, here is basically a spear.
Sure, that sounds good.
So that is a smackdown of 17.
So that's 13 wound points.
13 wound points on that. Yeah. Okay. And Daolu just does like the motion around and such as they deal with this Jiangshi here. All right.
Ow. All right. Anybody else?
Sorry.
No, it's great. Anyone else? Nope. All right. 7. Ong Dao will get attack Batu again.
All right.
He laughs uproariously as he readies his axe to attack you again. The green fire around the axe flares even brighter as the flames on his body proceed to burn brighter and hotter. All right, so he gets +1 because you did 10 damage, at least 10 wound points to him last attack. That last time he took at least 10 damage since he last attacked. So
Right.
Additionally, he devoured a human, therefore he gets a bonus as well. Actually, I'm gonna check. Actually, hang on. There might be another thing that kicks in here. I need to double check something. The rules on something. 1 second. I don't think this kicks in, but I want to double check. Creature powers. Where are you? Those are sorcery sticks. There we go. Found them. Nope, that does not kick in yet. All right. So he just has the bonus from taking damage and from having eaten a human.
All right.
So, open roll. Actually, and he is going to burn a fortune die on this.
Oh, okay. This is probably going to hurt a lot.
A 21
That hurts a lot. That hits me by 9.
hits you by 9. His damage is normally 13, but since he devoured a human, that gives him +3 damage for this next attack. Oh. So that is 16 plus however much he hit you by.
which is 9, so that is
25. 25 smackdown.
minus- Yep, 25 minus 12 is
13.
13.
13. Thank you.
Ow.
Oh, also another point of fire. 2 points of fire damage. As another
Okay, so
fire,
that's
as you are set
15
on fire
to-
again. Sorry.
All right. Taking 23 wound points.
Ow.
Yeah. Boom!
Sort of reel back for a moment, sort of roll my shoulders, get like a big grin on my face. Man, 2 decent fights in 2 days. I'm on a roll.
Everything's coming up, Batu.
I mean, kind of. Yeah.
As you're bleeding heavily, green fire scorching across your skin. What a great day!
All right. Anybody else? That's it for 7, I think.
Oh, I was on 7. Sorry.
Sorry. Were you?
Yes.
No, you were on
yes,
8.
I was
Didn't you
on
go on-
13, then 10, then now on 7.
Okay.
No, I
I-
was on 8 now. Yes, I'm sorry. I was on 8. Yeah, I was on 8. Now I'm on 5.
Yes.
Sorry, I got my maths fucked up.
Yes, remember you got an additional boosted from the Jiangxi missing you a second
Yeah.
time. Or something like
So no,
like
I'm on 5.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep. All right. That is it for 7. 6. I think it is Yuri, Zhao, and Zhao Shi, I think.
I'm on 5.
You're on 5. Oh, you dodged. That's right. At some
All
point.
right, so
No, I did
Zhao
not
and-
dodge. I did my one shot attack, and then I did
Right.
a regular shot attack.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So you're on 5.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so just Zhao. All right. Because Dao Lu is now in the fray, I think what Zhao does is he takes this opportunity to look at the sorcerers and lackeys running for the hills and doing their little ritual. Just kind of like clicks his tongue, takes aim,
Uh-huh.
it just shoots at one of them.
Fair enough.
This is +1 or +2. Did you use a fortune die when you get from this flashing steel give me?
Nick, what is flashing katana?
It's a boost, so you get a +1.
+1, yes.
Okay. So this, I'm gonna go ahead and use a fortune because I got plenty.
Yeah, it's not much, but it's free. So
I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
All right. That'll hit the mook. He goes down like a house of cards.
All right, so this is where we find out if Zhao Shi has some kind of actual
Zhao Shi
control over
has
them.
no. They are not loyal. They are not loyal to Zhao Shi. Let's just put it that way. They are terrified
so
of Ang
he's a
Dao,
little-
but they've moved out of arm reach for the moment. So.
All right,
Oops,
so
did not
then
mean to grab
does
Zhao Shi.
Tribal Evildoers activate?
Oh,
Are
it
these-
absolutely activates. Yes.
Oh yeah, so they're just cheesing it now.
Yep. They are gone unless someone wants to stop them from running away.
No.
I do not think so, but
I mean, if you want to just for free give me credit for Blooded Blade, I'll take it.
Nope.
But I'm not going to bother to take actions
That
to
is fine.
secure that extra damage. So.
Ang Dao sort of looks at me and says, "Oh, you cowards!"
Come back and let me eat you.
See, this is another reason why I need to cook your food. It's much harder for it to run away.
That is a valid point. Zhao Shi, you should have provided me with minions on fire that I could eat. What? What are you talking about, you demented demon? Kill that stupid oaf and ruin the temple. I need my thing. You are testing my
He's a terrible
patience,
boss.
Zhao Shi.
He's a terrible boss. You really should not work for him. After our fight, we'll discuss employment opportunities for you.
An evil freaking politician / sorcerer who has stolen artifacts and is using dark magic to summon demons. I need my thing.
The artifact. I should have said artifact, but that yes.
No, I need my thing though.
He's a little
hadn't
flustered at the
thought
moment.
about
To be
that,
fair,
but as
he
soon
is
as
a
you
little
said it-
flustered.
The moment you said it, like if this moment became incredibly funny to me.
That's fair.
I mean, honestly, I'm just seeing the monarch.
I mean,
in my head.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, is anybody else on
It's the
6?
monarch meets on grab.
No one else on 6. Okay.
All right, 5s.
All right. No. Zhao Shi's on 6.
Okay.
All right. Well, he does get. Despite the fact you drove him off, the minions did give him their aid. So. All right.
Despite their best interests.
Yes. All right. This time he's going to do a combo attack. And he's going to he is personally going to throw a fireball while the book throws a whirlwind attack at you, creating a vortex of fire around you. So this is only one attack, but it gets bonuses.
Yeah, dodging.
That is fair.
And you know what? Fortune dodge.
Yeah,
that is
why
that is
not?
also fair. All right. He gets a he is spending his fortune die also, unsurprisingly.
So yeah, target number to hit me is now 22.
That's very high. All right, he gets a bonus from the mooks. There were 3 of
It
them.
is very high, but will I be left very dry?
Sorry. So that is 18 effectively plus the fortune die.
Oh dear.
22.
Well, that's a magical number.
Yeah. That hits you exactly, I think.
This was
Yep.
was this him or the book again?
This is the 2 of them combined.
The two of them.
Oh,
combined. Does that mean that I get my plus
Yes,
one from the
it does.
Eat shit.
oh, nice.
Well, no, he hit you before anyways. Remember, he was lightning bolt. Oh, you weren't
Fair enough.
dodging.
I'm
You
gonna
weren't,
count that
no,
as
you
like
weren't
a
dodging
plus
that one.
2
No,
then.
you weren't dodging that one. That's right. No, he misses. You are correct. Well done.
Wow.
The tornado of fire, you dodge by it with the barest of margins, and it slams into the force field around the temple and dissipates.
Wow.
Well done.
Force field does or the fire does?
The fire does, not the force field. The force field holds.
Okay.
The force field, actually, you can see what looks like very faint cracks in the force field. It does take a lot of. It takes a fair bit of damage. By the way, good thing that missed. That would have done a lot of damage.
You don't say.
All right, that's it for 6. 5.
All right.
Oh, I'm not on 5 anymore.
No, but that was a good dodge.
Mhm.
I am. Is anyone else on 5? No.
Nope.
None of the heroes.
All right. So I've got the axe.
Mhm.
I'm going to hook his injured leg and pull him down a bit.
Sure.
Crack him in the side of the head. Says you should also be paying attention to what you're doing.
All right, go for it.
Another fortune die because I'm just gonna burn them all. 17 should hit him.
Yep, that hits that. Yeah, that hits him. Currently hits him by 2.
Nice.
One of his allies is impaired. Actually, is he? No, he's not. Never mind. That does not hit. That hits them.
not-
It still hits. It still hits. He does not get.
Okay.
He does not get conditional isolation.
Okay. So 16 but plus whatever the
Oh, I think
smackdown
conditional
is.
isolation is that's who was attacking. Never mind. Think about it. Never mind. Sorry, but yeah, you hit him by 3.
All right. So that is 19 damage.
So that is
minus
10
his-
wound points.
Yes. Keep doing that magic 10 to him.
That's 10, 20, 35. Okay, that's cool.
He's got big bruiser, doesn't he?
He's a boss.
Oh, okay.
All bosses basically have that. Yeah.
Jerk. Okay.
Oh, he's by far the most dangerous thing here.
Yeah.
All right.
I might be able to help you out with that next turn.
All right. That is
That's the
it
interesting
for.
here. As I'm over here going, I'm not so certain about that, as I'm getting comboed by one man.
Well, to be fair, no. He's the single most dangerous thing here. Zhao Shi on his own is not as dangerous as Ong Dao. Zhao Shi and the tome, that's a different thing.
yeah.
All right, Lao Sen
I'm also
goes.
running out of fortune dice.
That's fair.
I'm almost out of fortune dice, honestly. Honestly, if I'd gotten hit, at the very least, you know,
It would have refreshed the fortune
I would
die.
have mitigated the damage
Yep.
without burning a fortune.
All right, Lao Tzu
So, like,
will,
either way, I was going to come out with a positive and a negative.
Right.
all right, Lao Tzu will attempt to leaps at Daolu and attempts to bite him.
Okay, sure, why not? I mean, I'm pretty sure I taste good.
Does a 15 hit you?
What if I said yes?
Then it hits you. Okay.
What would that do? What would you say in response?
Then you take a smackdown of 9.
Oh, then that's 3 damage. Got it. Okay.
All right, and he heals himself for 3 as he drains your chi.
He's gonna regret doing that. Also, I don't have chi, I have fortune. That's like, it's like, hold on here, Bucko.
All right, that is it for the baddies. That's it for everybody on 5. It looks like. All right, we're on to 4.
All right, so I will be like, listen, it's like, Dalu just be like, your fangs are impressive, but they pierce poorly. Allow me to demonstrate. And then we'll just do a little fortune die attack there. That would be a 9. That's actually, I think, the first time I've missed in a while for
Oof.
Dalu.
That is a very big negative result there.
Wow, you missed the fortune die attack.
That's fine. I get free fortune on my
I
next
know.
check or dodge.
Yep. Accidental awesome. I love the everyday hero.
Also, as a note here, I could still make 2 more attacks.
Did you
with this
not
weapon
hit with it this time? Yep.
Right. Yes.
All right, excellent. Anyone else on 4?
I am on 4.
Okay.
If I
You go first, and honestly, if you can throw one of those boost thingies my way, that'd be kind of excellent.
I'm going to, while we're all surrounding this Jiangxi, I'm going to shout over and say, Batu,
Yeah.
I know you've got a big thing, but can I help you?
Well, I think you're allowed to hit him once because he ate a dude. So,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, one guy. So yeah, technically it'll be 2-on-2 for a little bit. Okay. So
I look up at the demon. Is that okay with you? I mean, you ate the guy, but
I'm totally fine with I'm totally fine challenging more than one of you mortals at once.
all right.
Makes it more interesting for me.
Yeah, I just assume every boss has that going on. Honestly.
I don't have a lot of options. All the minions are dead, and the guy I want to attack is in the sky. So
Throw your sword.
no,
It works great. I promise.
I don't have signature weapon. That's
And I do?
yeah, but I care about my sword.
All right, so
I'm
you're gonna
gonna-
go after Ong Dao. Cool.
I'm gonna run over. I'll spend a fortune die to attack Ong Dao.
Okay.
And I do hope that I hit with this.
Sure.
Because a lot of good things will happen. So we're gonna do that with a fortune die. Attack.
On 18 will hit. Yeah, that hits his defense of 14.
Okay, so that is 4 plus 19. Sorry, not 19. That's a total of 19. I should
19.
say.
Well, that does 10 wound points to him.
I had the 5 Jiangxis that I cut down. In my blooded blade.
Yep.
It goes down to 2 bonus. That I would do stuff to kill more minions, but they're all gone now. And I will give my flashing katana boost to Yuri.
Okay.
Next,
Woo. So that's just regular old boost, right?
it's a regular boost. I don't
Cool.
get
That means I
fortune
don't need to
boosts
do throw a fortune die to actually have a chance of hitting this guy.
That will be my
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Yuri.
Okay. So this dance in the air is annoying.
Fair.
So yeah. Well, it's true. don't need to throw a fortune to hit this guy. I do need to throw a fortune to stunt him to the ground. So, I think this puts me at 2 remaining. Am I mathing that correctly? No, I think might be my last one.
How many fortune do you have total?
6.
Okay.
You did a fortune dodge. You've done 2 fortune stuns. I think you've used 4.
So I think you might have 2 left, but
I'll work the numbers on it later.
you definitely have at least one at the moment. That is.
I definitely have at least one, and this is probably going to be the last one, honestly. Okay. Actually, you know what? Better plan. Because I'm kind of sick of this garbage. I'm going to stunt to mug him of his stupid tome.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's a good roll.
Ooh boy.
19.
That
All
is-
right.
Yeah. 20 because I.
Oh, 20. Okay, that hits him. That hits him by 6.
20.
Sorry, no, hits him by 4 because you were stunting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you fly in. I'm going to let you, if you want to grab the sword you threw into him to use for to.
I can describe what I have in mind if you
Okay,
like.
that's cool. If you want to use it, if you want to do anything with the sword you got stabbed in him, you definitely could use that also.
Oh, I didn't forget it was there.
I figured not.
Okay, so
But tell me what
yeah,
you're doing, please.
So yeah, Yuri is going to basically respond to that mega shot that just came over.
Mhm.
And as soon as she's out of the way, she's going to leap from her kite
Okay.
straight at him while he's still in recovery from, launching the big spell
Yep.
of extreme murder
Yep.
and death.
Yep.
And is basically pouncing on him extremely quickly, twists the sword
Okay.
in his abdomen, and while he's howling in pain, she's going to take the book and will drive it over the now pointed upways blade and sever it at the binding
Okay.
by dropping down with gravity.
Okay. So you've stabbed the book. Interesting. Okay.
I like, you know how like if you put like a bar and help open the book over the bar, I'm doing that with the sword blade
Okay.
while it's stuck in this guy.
I'm having trouble visualizing what you're doing with the blade still in him.
Okay, sword is sticking out of dude, blade is pointed upwards.
Okay.
Book is open and being put over it at the binding, the inner binding.
Okay.
So you're
And then I'm
basically yanking the spine of the book up into the blade.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't
I'll-
picture that
I'll-
myself. Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I'll doodle something later.
Okay. That's fine. What are you trying to achieve? Anything?
Point is, I'm cutting it in half, and I'm using
Okay.
the gravity of my own fall to leverage.
Okay. That's what you're trying to cut the book in half. That's fine. Good. Good. Thank you. That helps. Got it. All right. Yeah. You cut the book in half. No problem. You do his sword damage to him. Since you're.
Hooray!
All right. So that is how much damage? It's 10 damage to the sword. You hit him by 4, right? 14.
That was a stunt, so 17, so by 3.
By 3. Okay. Sorry, I misadded then.
And then the sword is base 10.
Yep. So 13. So that is 13 minus 6 is 7 more wound points. All right. Ow. Ah! All right. Well, as you remove the book from his hand and cut the book in half, the spell the book was maintaining to keep him flying cuts out, and he plummets to the ground.
Oh, interesting.
Excellent. And I imagine, unlike this fool, I am good at landing from this altitude.
Oh no, he lands flat on his ass.
Excellent.
All right. Anybody else on 4?
I already attacked on 4, so no.
Okay, Ong Dao. Well, Ong Dao's in bad shape, and he's very annoyed with his current summoner,
Is he going to eat a summoner?
who is immortal. Ong Dao sort of looks over at the grounded Zhao Shi,
Oh dear.
looks over at you two. Give me a minute. Stomps
Hey,
over.
hey, what'd I tell you about eating raw meat?
Oh,
Oh!
jeez. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to. I want to save the wizard because I need to actually talk to him.
Sadly, you can't. Because you already acted the shot for him.
I know. That's the infuriating part.
So,
Well,
yeah.
only one solution. You're gonna have to disembowel Ang Dao to get to the
Currently.
sorcerer.
That might be what we have to do. We'll see if it works.
He basically says, you summoned me into this stupid fight with, admittedly, an entertaining opponent. I will grant you that. But you lied about your competence. No. Nope. This will not do.
We gotta talk to him. He's got information. You're not allowed to. Out! Spit it out!
Oh. No, don't do that!
Oh, geez, they changed the voice during the eating scene. They ADR'd him differently.
He spits the hat out. Yeah. Those hats are terrible. All right.
It's not good hats.
All right. Feeling better. Let's go.
Well, I'm on 3.
Yep. That heals him some. All right. Anybody else? That's it for 4. Anyone else on 3?
I am.
I'm on 2. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. So I have a question about keyframes. If I were to hit somebody with a smoke arrow in this
It would last
sequence,
until
would it-
are you in shot 3?
Yeah.
It would last until shot
mean,
3
I
next
think-
sequence.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That is what a
so-
keyframe. That is what a keyframe is.
All right, so what Zhao is going to do is he's going to switch to his mighty crossbow, which takes a shot.
Okay. That is fine. So you're going to be on 2. Ong Dao's on 3. Any other players on 3?
Nope.
I was on the one right after Ong Dao, so I guess that would be me.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
You're on
yeah.
3. He was on 4, so he's now on 3. He's been a shot.
All right. I'm gonna jump up on his chest, reach down his throat to try to grab the wizard as I'm bonking him on the head with the club.
Oh, stop that! No!
Spit it out.
Roll to hit.
I think I have one more fortune after this.
That will not hit, actually.
Really?
Nope. He devoured a named character.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He gets +2 defense for the turn. Till his next action, basically. Well, and for the next attack, I should say.
All right. I also rolled absolute garbage. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizards are good. The hats are terrible, but the wizard himself, tasty.
Well, on the plus side, I finally missed him, which means Haunting Fury kicks in.
That's true. All right. Anybody else on 3? Nope. Okay. Batu.
Yep.
He grabs you and throws you at Olan.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a multi-attack, yeah?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I'll dodge.
Sure. So basically, it's a stunt attack against the highest defense of the two of you, which is, I believe, Olan.
Okay.
It's gonna be after I dodge, it's gonna be 17.
That's fine.
He's gonna have a high attack roll. So.
He is. His base is 17 to begin with. Which is -2 for the stunt.
You might want to fortune dodge this, honestly.
I don't think I can.
You can. You just spend a fortune after you declare a dodge.
I've not rolled yet, so if you want to do that, you may do so. If you got a fortune, if you have any fortune left, that is, which I think you do.
Hang on, I used
Have
one
you
at the
even-
start. I used one on the vampires. I used one to hit him. Okay, yeah, I can afford to do that.
Okay.
I've got one more fortune die left myself, so
I got like 4.
So I should just roll.
Yeah, just roll a d6.
Yep.
2. All right, so total plus
gotta
5
hit-
to your dodge.
Yeah, he's got to. Yeah, so he's got to hit a 19.
All right, so 17 base. He
I
took
feel like the fortune was worth it.
10 +1 +1 +1 for that. And is lousy. The Hobby Vampire is not impaired, so he doesn't get the bonus for that. So +3 -2, so it's 18. 21.
I knew it wasn't worth it to do that. Fuck's sake. All right, so he hits by 2.
Hits by 2. All right, so he flings Batu into you.
wait, what?
He's going to.
I'll catch you, Batu. Blop!
He is a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yep.
Is this what I've been doing to people?
Yes, yes, it is.
I like this is what I've been doing to other people, just like staring at the mirror for a long time, just like.
All right, so he rolls a
They're
21. That is applied to both of your defenses,
Oh no.
and the base damage of this will be 12. Batu's toughness.
Yeah.
And
So I take
oh, actually, he gets
21.
technically he did just eat a human, so he gets +3 damage. So
What? You're throwing a lot of numbers at me. I
sorry.
didn't track
Okay,
all of
so the damage is 15 plus whatever the smackdown is against you.
them. Okay, so fuck's sake. Right.
15, so 3.
Minus my toughness, which is not high. All right. I take 11 wound points. Fortunately, I have not yet been hit this combat.
Yep.
I'm sorry. 12.
Yeah, you're just taking the smackdown.
I'm just taking the smackdown,
Plus 3.
which is +3, which is 21 minus 12, which is 9 plus 3 is 12.
12 wound
Yeah,
points.
12.
Boom. All right, that is it for 3, I think.
Well, I'm glad I've got the bigger they come,
Yeah.
or rather, very big. I'm glad I have very big.
Yep.
Ow.
Ongdao is done for the turn. We are going on to 2.
All right, that is Zhao.
Zhao first.
Anybody else?
I think it's just you,
All
Zhao.
right. All right. I don't think we need. I need to intervene with Dalu and the other Jiangxi right now. So Zhao is seeing the Dao throw Batu around, like raises his eyebrow, then he narrows his eye, and he unloads the crossbow bolt right at the Dog. So that's going to be Eagle Eye +3.
Okay.
So this +3, and I'm going to do a fortune die on it too.
Okay. This is against Ongdao? Okay.
It's Dao. Just watch me outright kill him. So
18.
21.
That'll hit by 4.
It's on 18. It's 21.
21. Sorry, that'll hit
That's
by 7 then.
All right. So that hits. That also triggers Smoke Arrow. He is now impaired.
Yep. How much damage?
7. So 7 plus 10, so 28 damage in total.
28.
28, whatever. Okay, what was the swerve?
You hit his defense is 14.
His defense is 14. Okay, so 14. So it's 4 plus 7 plus 3. So 14.
Okay, so 14 damage total. Thank you. So that's 5 wound
14
points.
total. And impairment, yes.
All right. He is got 2 points of impairment now, actually. One from the arrow, one from actually being injured. I think. What, Eric, when do you start taking impairment?
At 35.
Okay, yep. And then you get the next point at 40, right? Or is it 45, the next one?
Isn't it 10 over the previous tier?
I think it's you start taking wound points at 35 and then at 40. Yeah.
Okay, and then you take
I take them at 40 and then 45.
Okay. 40 and 45 is when you take them?
I think. You know what? Let me look up Feng Shui. Other people have wound points. $25 and then 30.
It's would normally happen, yep. Okay, your first impairment's at 40, your second's at 45. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. That's for me. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking for people in general.
No. I was asking for you specifically, Eric.
Yes. 40 and 45.
Yeah, so he is taking 1 point of impairment from wounds and 1 point from smoke arrow. And he is out of mortals to devour. Well, technically no, but he can't just eat player characters.
Not with that attitude.
Anyone else on 2? Oh, hang on. Lao Sen is on 2.
Yeah.
He'll attempt to attack Dalu. Sure.
I'll dodge. I get a free fortune on it anyway.
Sure.
And so like, let's see what that fortune roll is. Just a D6. Let's see here. Okay, roll.
All right. Boop.
So is the fortune dodge the fortune on top of the regular dodge
yes, it's
benefits?
fortune on top of the normal dodge benefits, so he misses.
Okay, so it misses. Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's like
So he swings his claws and you dodge out. You dodge luckily out of the way.
Cool. All right.
All
right.
Anything else, or are we going on to 1? Going on to 1 then.
I am in fact on 1.
Yep. All right. Ong Dao is also on 1 because he's been attacked by multiple people.
I believe it. Wait, let's try
So the
this
shot
here.
costs have been reduced.
Yeah. So I was on 4, so I should be still on 1.
Yes, you should be on 1 now. Yep. You
Even
should have
though
been
I
on
did
2.
the dodge.
Yeah, you should have been on.
No.
Yeah. You're on 4. Yeah, you're fine.
Dodge, so you-
Yeah, you should be on 1. Yep. You dodged. You should be on 1. Yep.
Okay, I was just trying to think like
You should have
okay.
been on 2. Is what should have. You should have acted on 2. I believe. No, you should have been on 1. No.
No.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just go on 1.
Okay. I was debating whether or not I was going to kick me out of the frame or not. There.
It would
Out of the
normally,
sequence,
yes, but I'm not gonna worry about that.
That's the was sure. Okay. Anyways.
I screwed up my counting, so I'll give it to you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's okay if I go first?
Yeah, go for no. Your player characters go first always. So
No. I'm asking Fornea if I
Oh,
still
sorry,
get for me to
Fornea.
go first.
So my ability to actually hit this thing is basically non-existent. I was pretty much just going to run distraction and give you a boost.
I shouldn't need one to make my attack land, but I appreciate the thought.
Let's put it this way. It's 1 more damage that I wouldn't be doing because I have no confidence in hitting this thing.
All right. I'll apply that then.
So you're giving
this
boost
attack.
against the vampire.
That'd make it that's an attack of 7.
Yeah, that will not hit.
Yeah, I had a double negative exploding
Oof.
die, almost triple negative exploding die there.
Oof.
Okay.
That happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyone else on 1?
I would have, but I dodged and then got buried under a giant Mongolian.
Yep.
So
All right. Well,
I think it makes sense for me to be knocked out of the sequence.
fair enough.
I love the image of just going, is this what I've been doing to people? I sort of look over, it's like,
Batu,
Look.
stand up!
where the hell are you?
Batu!
And Ong Dao swings his axe down on Batu.
Oh, don't stand up yet!
On the plus side, a lot of his bonuses are gone, and he's impaired.
I can't dodge.
I know.
So-
That's the downside.
all right, rolled it.
He misses. He rolled terribly.
Oh,
All
I see you
right.
stand up. No, don't stand up, and you like duck down again.
All right, I think that's it for the sequence.
Jesus Christ.
Roll initiative, I guess.
Oh, you couldn't have missed me before.
No.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that 7.
Alright.
I could that's terrible.
Well, you and I both rolled max in our respective
I rolled
initiatives.
All right.
I had a little bit of lag there, so keep the first one.
Vampire on 12. Ong Dao on 11. All right, so
All right.
Fornea, you're up first.
It's good to know what my
Oh,
worst
boy.
case scenario on initiative is.
Okay. So you're over there doing vampire related things, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the vampire's defense?
13.
Oh, I can actually hit that.
Yep. Ong Dao's 14,
okay.
so.
All right, in that case, yeah, Yuri is going to be like, I will deal with you later. And is going to go basically help the person who will end this fight resolve this quicker. And it's pretty much just going to run right up and go for a backstab with the sword at the vampire, but through the neck.
Okay.
Miss.
That will miss, yes. All right, that is it for 15. 14, nobody. 13, nobody. 12.
Hello
That's-
again.
That's me.
Yuri and Daolu. And then,
Do you want to go first?
then the vampire.
You first or me first?
Hey, you go first.
Okay. All right. Let's just do another fortune roll here. Actually, wait a minute. Because I missed, I get a free fortune on this.
Ooh,
There you
spiffy.
go.
There
30.
we go.
Well,
Oh
30.
my god!
That's
All
a
right,
dead
well, it's
vampire.
dead.
That's a dead vampire.
Ow.
Yeah. Like,
Okay. The
So-
vampire disintegrates.
So
so-
it dodges my sword strike straight to down.
Yeah, basically.
you know, just beheaded on the pike, you
Yep.
know?
Absolutely.
And yeah, just like, yeah, let me just to make it clear here, that was a maximum fortune die plus a 6 and 4 from the positive and only a -2.
Yeah, that's damn.
So so that was a third, so I was beat by 17. So that's 26 smackdown.
Yep.
Yep.
The movie briefly becomes a splatter film.
Yeah.
And it's and Daolu would just look to Yuri and just sort of gesture over to the war to Ang Dao, just like, let's see if we can get some answers before the end of this. And like,
Yeah.
you know, and then like does some like bizarre wire work over in that direction.
Sure.
Only 2 successful attacks with this weapon so far.
Yep. All right, Yuri, you're up.
But if I
Or
go ahead.
Yuri's up. Yep.
Yep. All right. All right. Yeah, Yuri is going to. What the hell am I going to do? I'm basically running off of the assumption that I have no fortune dice because I don't think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuri is going to basically like get in the face of the demon
Sure.
and is basically just going to just keep screaming at it. It's like, I have a purpose and I need that idiot alive for an hour. Then you can eat him and I don't care.
Well, I've already eaten him.
And
He's
I'm going
kind of
to
dead.
give this as a boost to Olan.
Okay. But I've already eaten him. He was delicious.
Basically, just going to like keep bickering with this team.
The Bone Marrow Wizards is very tasty. Anyone else on 12?
No.
Wish.
11. Well, it's Ong Dao.
Yeah, guess who is on 11? Yeah.
Yeah, and guess who's right in front of this idiot right now?
I'm sorry I ate the person who wanted to ask questions, but he was so delicious, and I was really annoyed with him. Now, excuse me, I've got to fight with this Lord
We're
of
all
Mongolia.
annoyed with him. That's no excuse.
Well, I've got to...
That's bad
If
table.
you'll excuse me, I'm fighting this Mongolian right now. Ah!
That's bad table manners, don't you know?
Get back here. You're not allowed to eat and run.
He swings his axe
I will
at Batu.
dodge.
Okay, fair enough.
I will dodge because it might be better.
15.
God damn it, that's right on the money.
All right, that is 13 damage plus 1 fire.
I take 2 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, they also took the ongoing wound point of fire every time he hits you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because he set you on fire.
Right.
Yeah, hellfire.
Yet,
All right, that is it for 11. 10.
Yay!
Hold on. You can get back up off the ground now. You squirm out from underneath Batu. Actually,
All right.
Batu tried to dodge out of the way, so he rolled off of you.
yeah.
Right. So I
Does
will.
that mean Olan got smashed by then?
No, the axe hit Batu.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll do a kip up, and I'm going to, with this guy's follow through, leaving him exposed, I'm going to dart up under his massive arms and plunge my sword into his stomach.
Okay, cool.
And I will spend a fortune on this, and also I have a boost from Yuri.
Yep.
Oop, that's the wrong button. Excuse. Just undo that.
Mortalize him.
I hope so. With one fortune on. There we go.
17. That'll hit by 3.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right. So with a hit by 3, the damage on my sword is currently 12 because of blooded
So
blade.
15. Oh, sorry, no.
Actually,
That's plus 1 more.
One higher because of the boost.
Yep.
So yeah, 16.
16 damage. All right, that is an additional 7 wound points.
And I can now give a boost, so I'm gonna give it to Daolu.
All right. Well, I have to roll a d6 for him.
Actually, let me check my initiatives here.
Next up on the initiative. Yeah. So
Daolu is 9. Yeah, it makes the most sense to give it to Daolu because of the attack order. Yeah.
Oh, he rolled a 1. Well, that sucks for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
why?
you were rolling that before.
Yes.
noted.
Yes, I rolled that before because he was at the boss death threshold.
Oh, did he just drop?
Yes, he drops. He rolled. I rolled poorly. I rolled too poorly. All right.
Oh.
So you stab him in there. He looks like, oh, well, that hurt, and I guess my time's up. Well, you Mongolian, this was fun. We should do this again.
We should puke up that wizard before you don't leave with the wizard. Oh,
As he sinks into the ground in a pillar of green flame.
Oh, I wasn't trying to do that.
Yuri is going to swear extremely loudly. Is going to just kind of scream in a primal manner. Is just going to like throw her sword at a wall. She doesn't care what wall.
Okay.
ow! Why would you throw that at me?
I'm not a wall. You're not a wall either.
And that is the end of the fight.
Well, that was annoying. Still, good fight.
You're heavy.
Yeah. You're not.
All right.
The
Is
force
it still
field around the
raining?
temple goes away.
All right. Is it still raining? By the way.
Oh, yeah, it is raining, but it is no longer borderline monsoonish. Actually,
Okay.
it is now just a quote pleasant rainstorm. So the wind's not whipping around, and there's not like peals of thunder, which I should have been mentioning, but whatever. What do you guys do?
Oh, I'm going inside.
Yeah, let's go inside.
Let's get out of the rain.
Yuri's just going to just kind of obstinately stick around out of blind anger for a short bit before eventually she like kicks a tree or something and makes her way into the temple.
Okay.
She is bearing the scroll and she hasn't forgotten that.
Fair enough. Ah. I see that you have dealt with the intruders. I do appreciate that.
It burned my vest.
By the way, the fire did go out when Ong Dao returned to hell. Or rather, to the underworld, I should say. Return to one of the many hells. Let's be real. So, you have returned to the temple. Do you have the scroll?
Well, we have a scroll. We hope it's the one you were looking for.
Yuri will just pull the scroll and without much enthusiasm is just going to kind of like put it down where it appropriately belongs, a little rougher than she probably should.
Okay. Thank you. I can now properly defend the temple from those who do not wish to who do not belong here. And since you have assisted in this, I shall appoint you as guardians, which means you will get benefits you will gain spiritual benefits from the temple. I.e., in game mechanics, you're tuned to a Feng Shui site.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Which means you can, in fact, receive the big Feng Shui level ups.
Yep.
And some other stuff. Is there any other request you might have of me that I might be able to grant? My ability to grant benefits are somewhat limited. I do warn. Boons is the way I should phrase that. Actually, yes, boons.
You have a way of knowing what that wizard knew.
Sadly, no. Depends on what information were you seeking to gain from the wizard.
Yeah, what did you want to know from that guy?
He is a court wizard, namely one of the ones in contact with the princess whose heart I seek.
Ah.
While it's true that I am not lacking for other opportunities, I have been waiting for them far longer than I would prefer, and it would appear that my waiting continues.
While I cannot grant you the boon of that knowledge, I might be able to give you some help.
I'm listening.
I am aware of an oracle that you might be able to visit who might be able to ask the questions of the dead.
I accept this.
Very well. I will give you more information on it later, but he tells you the location of said oracle. There will be. If you tell them that Lord Genbu sent you, that should be willing to help. The oracle will be willing to help in some fashion. She may require some minor favor, but it should be far less if you mention who sent you. If you mention my favor.
I will bear that in mind.
Yes. Anyone else have a boon they wish to ask? Knowledge is most of what I can can grant.
Part of me wants to be like the Bismuth Dalu's like, can you tell me where the rest of my tools went? You know,
I mean, he can probably.
You know what? Let me think on that. I think I might have a question, but I want to make sure I ask the right one.
Yeah,
very well.
But Dalu will.
You may, of course, return at any time to ask questions if you like.
To be a little bit less like silly with the question, Dao Lu is like, let's just say, I am a I'm a mere worker. I'm a mere commoner among others, and as a commoner, my ability to do well is tied to the retention of my tools. At the beginning of my meeting with these others, my tools were absconded with, and I merely seek to recover and regain my collection as necessary to do my work.
I see. I think I can give you. I think I can give you some knowledge of where tools that were associated with you might be found. Yes,
that would be most helpful. Thank you.
I will think about that. That I'll think about off recording. I got. Basically, he will give you some clues about where to look for stuff.
Sure.
I will say this. Coincidentally, one of your tools might be in somewhere in the general vicinity of the Oracle.
You don't say, huh?
Shocking, I know.
Fancy.
All right. Well, if there is a powerful spirit offering knowledge,
I think I know what you're going to ask, but
yeah. Lon is going to step forward and say, "Well, my companion Dao Lu seeks to regain tools of his that were lost. It is my goal to seek the person to whom this belongs." And she's going to hold up the sword.
Oh, gotta think of how to answer this.
Is there? Well, I will word it in such a way that I think I can help you out with this.
Okay.
And just go, where can I find the one to whom this sword belongs?
I cannot be 100% certain of this. However, what I can tell you is that if you continue on the journey you are on, you will know when you have found the proper bearer of the sword.
Is it me?
No.
Oh.
No.
It is a little small for me.
Yes.
Jeez.
Actually, no. You're a little big for it. That's the problem.
Yeah, the sword's not the problem. You are.
I don't think that that's how that works.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little sore because you fell on me. Sorry.
Yeah, you
There's
are
nothing-
small. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with you, Batu, but you're not the right one for the sword. I know that much.
I'm pretty sure the handle doesn't even extend my entire palm.
Someone told me something very similar recently, so I thank you, Master Genbu.
Indeed. Are there any other questions, or would you like to, if you would like to wait on asking them, you may do so, of course. Okay.
Zhao is just very much. I have no questions to ask you at this time.
Very well. I owe each of you an answer to a question. So if you have one later, you may return and ask it then. Very well. At which point, you all feel sort of as if you feel sort of a lifting sensation, a pleasant lifting sensation, as you are attuned to the temple.
Hooray!
All right, and I think that's all I've got prepped for tonight.
Makes sense.
All right, so I'm going to say one thing. Fornea, as you were sort of skulking about, you do stumble across the cut in half book. While it no longer has its magic, it is still a spell tome. That has that seems to actually have throughout the course of the book increasingly it is designed to sort of to impart knowledge of spellcasting as one reads through the book.
Well, I'm going to have to bind the two halves
Yes.
of this book together. All right, fine.
Well, it's a good thing you broke. It's a good thing you broke the spine and not one of the pages.
Yes. I was like, that's what I was thinking. Oh no, Fornea's breaking the book I was trying to give to her for spell too.
Never look a gift book in the mouth, just like
Sorry about that.
that's how that works, right?
Yeah, something
that's
along
how
those
that
lines.
thing.
So yeah, I know that Fornea, your plan was to learn sorcery at some point, and this is one of the ways I was going to enable you to do so.
Right. I actually didn't put that together. I probably should have.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
I was saying like
So that's why I was like, oh, you're
hopefully-
taking the book. Excellent. Oh, you're stabbing the book through the sword. Well, huh. Okay, it sounds like it's in a way that's actually
My line of
Still-
thinking is that I, as a player, like destruction, and Yuri in the moment.
No, it made
is
complete
thinking
sense.
kill.
It made complete sense. Like, I totally get it. I couldn't spill the beans at the time is the problem.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right, so that is going to do for the session. This is a major milestone you've all hit. So this is a big awesome uptime. Normally it's supposed to happen every five awesomes up, but I think this is a good point to do it. So,
Okay.
so we'll go over the details for Nabs. I know you might want to pick up some sorcery at this point, and I'll work out the details of how I want that'll work off recording. If you want to still want to do that right now, if you want to save it for a later one, that's also fine.
Oh no, I'm definitely in for wizard power.
Okay.
I know exactly the first thing that I want to take.
Okay,
Very
well,
specifically.
I'll work out the exact. So you will be able to swap your secondary attack stat for sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
At some level, I'll figure out what the number will be, and you'll can pick a sorcery shtick basically.
Yeah, right now it's 12.
It might be a little bit lower than that to start with, but it'll basically I think it'll be 12 officially, but it'll start lower and you'll level it up automatically every sort of adventure roughly.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah. All right. But that's going to do it for this recording. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for more of the shenanigans. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.